My name is Sharon Felix. I'm going to be here with you from 9 to 1. Well, it's 9:21 a.m. And let me apologize. You know, I always late, but not this morning. So I had to drive all around because the police closed off the road. They raising the manholes. I want to thank the Ministry of Works and Transport. Thank you very much. I know just a little bit of inconvenience, but I'm here, nevertheless. So, sweet TNT and the World by Extension listening, I say good morning. Good morning to Tobago. Good morning. All right. So, guys, please remember I'm on air this morning, and to limit your call to call me on my cell. You can wait until I go on a break or until I'm finished. So, Trinidad, Tobago, and the World by Extension, let me take your calls quickly. I can take a couple calls up to 9:30. So, call me up on 3420081, and not for hell I could remember the other number. It's a number. Somebody calling on the number will remind me what number it is. Caller, good morning.
Blessed love to you guys, Sharon.
Morning.
Praise the Lord inside. This is the 466.
Right.
Yes. So it's raining there.
4667
46 5391.
Okay, right. Okay.
Yes. So blessed love to you. I'm listening and cooking at the same time and hoping everything will go out. So listen to that guinea pepper when Mom used to tell you guinea pepper. Right? Yes, guinea pepper. So blessed love to Papu, speak over, do some talk at Paradise Side and all the surroundings. Take care of our back. Right. So I'm listening to my doodoo.
All right. Why do they turn on the airplane mode on the phones? Jesus. Guys, call me up. Let me see if I can turn this there bloody thing off. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning, my dear.
Thank God that you're reaching safe and sound. And we are here locked on and listening. I sure local and international. Tobago, good morning to you. Love and blessings and everybody. Love you, locked on.
Thank you very much. Right, so let me get my grip here. Caller, what's the number you're calling on?
4780595.
Okay.
Morning, Sharon.
Good morning.
This is Ian Ann.
Yes, my dear.
How are you?
I'm good.
Very good. That is, you're coming safe from the way. And I'll be here listening to you, to what you have today.
Thank you.
So you have a blessed one and we come back safely from that way.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, my dear. Caller, good morning.
Pleasant morning.
Good morning.
This is Ping here.
What Ping? What going on?
They are still on my golden pen.
Yeah,
I won't say that I have time with it. You have a blessed day.
Thank you, darling.
Right.
Good
Sharon.
morning.
Morning, Sharon.
Good morning.
You know, Sharon, you know why I can't understand with some of these educated people, like Mr. Tabakid, Mr. Pinal, and these two clowns from in Border Spain, Anderson, and the next clown they were named. Listen, these people keep bashing the PNM government.
Wait. Caller, hold on. Wait, so Tabakid doing that?
They want, no, well, Tabakid is one who wants to give advice to the PNM government. But in Kamala time, these educated people wasn't asking Kamala no question. The woman was talking and said that garbage. The son goes for COVID. And by the way, she should tell, the minister who was Tim Gopi Singh, if he get the COVID, she should tell he go and stand up in the sun. Kamala should tell Tim Gopi Singh to go and stand up in the sun. because it's done good for COVID. She said, all them stupidness she was saying, and them educated people not asking no question, but they plainly want to come and give the TNM advice now. The TNM doing this since 1956 on their own. We don't want no advice. We could handle everything. And they're talking about we had 2 years. They will see Dr. Rowley for 5 years or more. So Sharon, them kind of educated fools and clowns who want to talk now. They wasn't asking Kamala no questions. I from Cedras, and I just say it as I see it. You understand, Sharon? Because these kind of clowns want to come and give advice and run them out now. Boy, all you wicked because all you see what Kamala was trying to bring the kind of racial thing. All you never say nothing. Now Mr. Tabakita, all you want to come and give advice now.
Caller.
You want that?
Caller.
Yes, yeah.
In all fairness to Tabakit, I have not heard Tabakit on the airways for a very long time.
He was on a Aisha program trying to give advice to the government.
Well, wait, listen. I want to stand up a little bit for Tabakit. I ain't hear him on no station, and I just macko all the station. So,
yeah, but he will be on Aisha station.
Yeah, but if you give Aisha program and give a little advice, I ain't seen nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but nothing wrong with it.
Don't condemn him for that.
You know what's wrong with it?
What?
You know what's wrong with it? Them same educated people wasn't asking Kamala no question. Like the afraid Kamala, they wasn't asking she no question. They wasn't giving she no advice. And she was bringing the thing. I know everybody. She was trying to use the little African and them against Africa. And she was bringing it to a racist thing. And all this time up and they saying nothing and no one to come and give advice.
All right, but let me don't sound too bitter and hateful. Let me don't join. Let me don't
join
with the UNC to sound like them.
Still one love.
Yeah, let me don't join with the UNC to sound like them.
Prime Minister fees for the next 5 years.
All right.
Sharon, I look on and I listen.
Thank you very much. I don't want us to song like the UNC, please. Let me don't song like them. Caller, overseas line. Good morning. All right, not there. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, sweetie pie.
Hey, Miss Maria Lyons.
Yes, ma'am. How are you doing?
I dig, girl. Fighting up with everything and trying to keep safe.
You have to. You don't want to know how am I this morning?
Of course, who Maria Lyons. I could ask, who are you?
I'm very happy because you're on. I don't have to share no leaks this week. So you get off. I'm feeling extra happy. So I'm sending love to everybody listening. No names called.
And Mrs. Rowan called her a little earlier on.
I just hear her because I'm locked on.
Yes.
So you have a good one and stay safe and stay sweet, right?
Thank you.
Much love.
Okay, love.
You're welcome. Okay.
All right. So Trinidad and Tobago, come on guys, call me up. It's wet outside. We have to talk today to keep me warm and so that I can keep you warm. Caller, good morning.
Good morning to my celebrity.
Hey, Jenny, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy you remember my name, Sharon.
I wouldn't forget you, my darling.
I don't want to forget you, I don't call every day, but I log on every day.
No, I wouldn't forget you. I wouldn't forget that voice. Thank you so much. Kiss your husband for me. Kiss your husband for me.
I will.
Nice.
I've just been looking at you too on Facebook and I'm having you on every morning. I'm having my breakfast now, looking at your pretty face.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm blushing.
God bless it to you and all your family and to Bruce and his family. I love you guys. Like I told you, I learn a lot. I keep listening. And we got to talk about my shit, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
All right? We'll talk about that later when you're not too busy.
Yes.
God bless you and your family.
Okay, my darling.
Love you guys. Okay, bye-bye.
Love you too. All right, I lost that caller again. I don't know what's happening. Grandy.
Hey, Sharon, morning.
What going on, morning?
All right. Got a little rain up here.
We are in here too, boy. Whole night. I hug up and sleep all night, you know. I didn't want to let go now.
Yeah, rain start all up here late. Yes, morning to Mr. Chance. Teresa Conley, Mommy Sauce, all the sources. Jennifer, Sasky, Mizaba Fireman, Calvin, Clement. Sharon, you know something? I hear people was condemning Dr. Rowley when he invited CPL, right? The Holy CPL here. Well, nobody reading from sports people, right? That they're happy that the CPL is being whole here because they keep the family inside and they have something to focus on, the cricket, to keep them away from thinking about this COVID-19. If you read yesterday Guardian in the back page, a fellow by the name of Sean Fuentes write the article. So Dr. Rowley is a visionary, you know, because Sharon, you have to keep the economy going and the sports, keep people's mind off a thing and keep them off the street. So Sharon, let's hope that everybody stays safe and do what the government say, and we will come through this, right? You have a good morning. Listen to your program.
Thank you very much. Caller, overseas line, good morning.
So good morning, Sharon.
Good.
Oh, God, he running. Oh, God. Yeah, Sharon, you hear me now, sweetheart?
Hey, morning.
Morning, how is you?
I'm good.
Okay, good morning to your family. Morning, everybody. Trinidad. I'm kind of upset this morning, Sharon.
What happened? Pretty.
My body hot. I got fever. I think it's fair. My husband is not staying off the street, Sharon. I tell you, the whole world it's this morning. All day, 4 times that they play, Dr. Rowley, take off this play with a man. Stop this play with, send some wives, send some women. Every minute the man in and out and up and down the street, Sharon, man.
Miss Tunapuna?
And I'm scared because I don't go nowhere, as you know.
Miss Tunapuna?
And I don't want him to go there. And he has to change the clothes and he put it in the bedroom.
Miss Tunapuna, wait. Hold on.
I tell him every trip you make outside.
Hold on.
Wash your clothes.
Miss Tunapuna?
Yeah.
You hearing me? Let me talk to Stephen.
Stephen, Sharon wants to talk to you. Stephen! You're not saying. Stephen! Come!
Tell him to come quick.
I said to somebody. Oh God, oh boy, I crying right now. Where you at?
Come on, Stephen. Come to the phone, please.
You at? You don't have to answer here to the phone. Look the phone, he's running out the house. He got the keys. He got Sharon. He don't have to talk to nobody. You understand? I tell you, that sister, it could be fear, it could be anxiety, could be anything, but you have to stay off the street. You have to go 10 o'clock job, 1 o'clock job.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you. Let me tell you this, Miss Tunapuna. I will call you when I come on offer, when we go on a break, call me. I will call Stephen. This is not a joke, and this is serious. And if you don't understand how serious this is.
Nobody. You are telling the people, I don't care. I am afraid to get killed. I am afraid to die. But I mustn't die because I carelessness. Yes, my son talking, everybody talking to Stephen, and he ain't listening to nobody. Maybe he want to hear something that he want to kill me to with him, but I ain't going nowhere. All right, Sharon.
I'll call you after the break. Come on, we have to be a little more smarter than that, people. My thing is, listen, we were asked to stay at home and work. But we have to put everything in place to do so. I walk with my disinfectant spray this morning. The station they have sanitizer, they have the disinfectant spray and everything. It is up to you to be responsible to clean up after yourself. And I am saying this morning, we can't make no joke with that. People might laugh at me. I don't care walking with my disinfectant spray when I go in. This is serious. Wendell is here. Wendell just come in and make sure and tell him sanitize yourself. This is not a joke. Come on, people. You have to be smarter than that. And Stephen has to understand that too. You are not a well person. Like Stephen want me to come up there for him or what? Don't do things reckless. You're going to play the playway. And when you win the money, where you go spend it? Because you had to stay home. I go on by Pennywise, the line, because they start to give you the social distancing. Well, it never stopped. But they're taking in batches of 5, and you have to wait till these people come out, and then it's a whole long line and a wait. You're going to the grocery, the same thing. So when you want to win the money, and you want to spend all the little bit of money, and you have things to do. Look, you men have to be more responsible. It's a good thing my husband don't play. He ain't no big drinker. He drink when he home, and when he go on a little line, he have his own drinks in the trunk. Money staying inside his pocket. That's one thing I could see. Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Ms. Felix.
Morning.
Hi, morning, everyone listening. 91.9 male and female warriors. Mr. Chancellor, go on to Mother Tanapuna. Strength to you this morning. And as we on that topic of responsibility, I'm not a journalist, but I'm seeing where it has been confirmed that the WhatsApp messages that were sent around about Dr. Tim Gopi Singh being irresponsible and going to all those institutions, it has been confirmed by some person that it was true. So when we look at the ordinary man and the ordinary citizen in this country and asking them to be responsible, we also ask our leaders in our society and doctors and who know better to also be responsible. Because there is a frightening thought, because that message that went around spoke of all the areas that he went and interacted with our first responders who has been out there working tirelessly to keep us safe. And if it is true that he was that responsible as a doctor himself, who once he enter institution or hospital, doctors and nurses will come to him because he's part of their group. He's part of the medical profession. And if he knew, and if what is going on about is true, Dr. Tim Gopi saying what you did, if it is true, it was very reckless of you. But then again, when we watch the pictures, where even Dr. Khan was walking and saying there's no need to put on no face mask, it was okay, and people were walking in all those walkabouts with UNC and the motorcades, all out, no face mask. And he was showing a picture to no face mask, greeting the opposition leader and all that. And I'm saying, while we ask the ordinary citizens of this country to be responsible, and by far and large we have been doing it, Dr. Rowley even complimented the hairdressers and barbers who have done exceptionally well in adhering to the standards and guidelines that set up for COVID-19. And here we have a prominent citizen, a doctor, who by reports would have been irresponsible. I think it is very, very unfair. But at the same time, I'm saying that we too cannot give up the fight. We as the ordinary citizens, we have to do our part. We have to sanitize, social distancing. We have to use our face masks when we go out and follow our protocols. Because this depends not only on the medical professionals and the government, it is a part we too, as the ordinary citizen, has to play to keep us safe. We cannot afford to let the ball drop. We have to follow it. We have to offer it. This is very serious. We only 1.4 million people. Tobago have about 50,000 persons. We could manage this thing as a people. Forget the politics. Forget ethnicity. Forget race right now. We are in a war for our lives. And we must work together. Forget what happened in the elections. It is about life and living. When you go to the hospital, they will say, because he's an Indian, I will treat with you. And because he's African, I would not, and vice versa. They treat with all of us, our children, everybody. We need to be responsible. We really need, and we have to come and feel it, if you ask management, to bring back all those ads that you all had, sensitizing the public about social distancing and the guidelines. It needs to come back because apparently some persons are forgetting, especially persons who ought to know better. Thank you, Ms. Felix.
Thank you very much. Missy, good morning to Wendell. Put on the mic.
Yes, good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. It's a wet, rainy morning. Sharon, we must take preventive measures where this COVID-19 is concerned.
We have to.
It
This is not a joke.
It respect no one, no race.
The amount now, the toll is 930 persons.
And it's climbing. And then
Every day we're getting it by the 40 something, 70 something. This what date was 91 or something like that.
and I think yesterday, on this morning I heard where they confirmed 10 more
Come
new
on,
cases.
people. What we doing? What we doing? And Terence Yalsing said it to us, Minister Terence Yalsing. After the 10th of August, COVID is still here.
Yes.
It's not going anywhere. It is still here. And the recklessness of people, we need to be a little more, and honest to ourselves. It's not going anywhere. It's here. 9:30, so that will be like 9:40 now.
9:40.
I'll get the update just now.
And then after you hear the reckless comments coming from people who going into our parliament. Yeah,
Mohit.
Yeah. But,
Is Mohit is your name?
yeah.
You telling people about karma.
Yes.
And what is that?
Karma of COVID.
Fall on PNM.
PNM. Where COVID is concerned. And remember most of the reckless statements come out for COVID. It come from her party. Remember one former minister of health tell us we don't want to wear masks. People must not forget
He was
that.
the same person went to parliament and telling us about punching and lime and all kind of thing.
And don't wear masks. And then you see today now, their very own is being affected. And then what you hear from what's circulating concerning Dr. Tim Gopi Singh, where he went to certain institutions. And then at the last institution, he went, it's come like, from what we read, is that he badger his way and use his influence and also mislead them to tell them he didn't come to get tests for the COVID-19. He came to do other tests. And that shows clearly recklessness on a former senior cabinet minister of Trinidad and Tobago.
Guys, we're now to the 13th death. We're now to the 13th death. I don't understand. I don't think people understand what's going on, So I'm seeing government ramps up resources at nurses, doctors under pressure. Frontline medical workers who have been battling the COVID-19 pandemic over the last 6 months have become just as vulnerable as patients to this virus as the country continues to record an alarming increase in the number of positive cases. By trying to understand how this just all of a sudden just gets so high so quick. According to reports reaching Guardian Media, there are several doctors in quarantine and as many as 53 nurses isolated after possible exposure to positive COVID-19 patients. Acknowledging concerns yesterday as he reported healthcare professionals are complaining of being burnt out. Health Minister Terence Yalsing said the government has taken steps to relieve these workers who were on rotation for the past couple of months. He said 3 months ago a decision was taken to train additional nurses to be placed in the intensive care unit, and during the past 2 weeks approximately 25 doctors and 50 nurses were added to the current roster. Yalsing said they are in a good place as far as ICU nurses are concerned. We have brought on in the past 2 weeks about 25 doctors, 50 nurses, but it is not only medical staff. We are also bringing out support staff. These support staff includes drivers to transport samples and admin assistants to do database entry. So we are expanding and hiring people across the spectrum of services that we need: clinical, paraclinical, and admin support. So that is being done to strengthen every part of the system, from TPHL to CMHO's office, Ministry of Health. We are doing that to prevent major staff burnout. Yalsing, speaking at yesterday's COVID-19 virtual press briefing, said the human capacity to man the health system was finite. Must be infinite. I don't even know what they're trying to say here. We can add as many beds as we want, but we need doctors, we need nurses, we need drivers, we need admin assistant. and some of our healthcare workers are already complaining about burnt out. Doctors' concerns. Immediate past president of the Medical Board of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Verman Dial Singh, said doctors under quarantine included personnel from the public and private health sectors. Dial Singh said the numbers of quarantined doctors and nurses were unconfirmed, but his statement reflected information reaching the board. Asked if complaints regarding the shortage of PPE had reached the board, he said, "It is a frightening situation where we will now have members of staff not being able to give the kind of care that is necessary if they do not have the protective gear." But I heard in a press conference that they have PPE, they have the gear. So definitely it is something that frontline workers are concerned about, as you do not know which patients has it. I even saw a post, I'm not going to say where I saw the post, of someone saying stop thieving the PPE, the kit. I don't know, I'm just saying what I saw. Dial Singh said nurses were burnt out and doctors required to work 24 hours on call. He said questions were now being raised regarding the number of junior doctors that were being brought on to assist at that are not as qualified as or experienced enough to interpret critical issues. And guys, the story goes on and on and on. PSA president of the Watson Duke talking? What Watson Duke is? What he really is? Which union that he that represents over 2,000 nurses and doctors? Which union he represents? I thought they said that he had, it is alleged that he had resigned and some money was paid to him. I know come he still, look, all you give me a break this morning with this damn nonsense. I ain't understand what's going on here. Somebody need to tell me. Somebody need to tell me. But all I can say to Trinidad and Tobago and the world by extension listening, we have to be safe. We have to cover ourselves. Trinidad and Tobago, we do. We have to pray. We have to do the right thing, and we have to be careful. So, according to somebody, let me say good morning to all of you on the Facebook. Yes, you can see Wendell and myself live in studio. We are on the Street at 919 FM Facebook page. Soon I'll be putting it up on the Titans of Democracy page. And on my page, here's Sharon Felix, there's a page. You can go up there and find it. Or you can go to YouTube, Street live stream, and see us also live in studio. All right? Listen, Ole will kill me on this chat. Good morning to Solitia Ennis Elliott, John Ned, Arlene Lewis, Genevieve Derby, William McLeod, Winbar. Good morning, Winbar, darling. Joyce Lewis, Avron Andrews, Christine Edwards Faru. And on our Facebook, Suzette Phillip, Theresa Franklin, Deish Robin, Hipchick, Joanne's Ned, Roxanne Thomas, and Michael Ramdas. He's saying hospital staff was asked to buy their masks. Jermaine Job, Lester Nesbitt, is for your own good. So I was waiting for the hospital to give me, I was buying my own in any event and put it in my bag. Arlene Adams, Carolyn Sandy, Donna Walcott, Anthony Goring, Novana Ford, Melissa Rocky, Avron Andrew. Avron, you're all over the place. Annan Matura, Carolyn Sandy. Good morning to all of you. Christine Edwards Faraday, all over the place, you know. They ain't easy. Good morning to all of you. Good morning to Tobago. Good morning to all of foreign listeners, viewers, and our foreign callers. Trinidad and Tobago, we're talking save lives this morning. I think, what you have for me this morning?
Save lives. Well,
what you have for me?
well, the COVID-19 is very important that we continue following the guidelines of the Minister of Health and the Ministry. Thank God that we will be able to resolve the situation in St. Joseph and in Tunapuna. St. Joseph was the I think Tenapuna was St. Joseph was the last. Right? And thank God that the cabinet, we see the cabinet have formed, and also the senators, the government senators, the 16
from the government
and the independent senators, the president retained 8, right? With the new one is Evan Welch, is the attorney at law Evan Welch. He replaced senior counsel Choke as the independent bench. So we will see return to the 8 who was in the last term of the parliament, and addition with one new one. The opposition did not release their list of six senators yet.
I see some names. I thought they released it.
I know the opposition leaders is being sworn in on Tuesday. But in the light of what emerged from one of the former and senior members of the party who tested positive for the COVID, and I make a request that all the opposition MPs should be tested before they return to the parliament for the new term, because this is a very serious issue, and I think the parliament, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, I don't think they announced the name of the Speaker yet for the new term. I know they announced the President of the Senate, Christine.
Anissa George remains.
She remains?
Yeah. Well, at least that's what I heard in the lineup. So.
But I ain't heard it publicly yet. But I think she should ask the demand that all members of Parliament, right, before they enter the Parliament on the reopening, that they go and get tested for the COVID-19, because we don't want a situation that when we go into the Parliament and we see people falling sick, and it affects the whole Parliament and the Parliament staff, and we have a situation where our Parliament have to go under quarantine, and
I know they might want that,
and keep back the work of the government in terms of bringing new legislation to deal with this COVID-19. And since we've seen I don't know if you saw the clip with Dr. Tim Gopi Singh and the opposition leader.
Yeah, I saw it.
With one set of people.
I saw it.
And when you look at the date of that picture taken out in the campaign, and then the date where Dr. Tim Gopi Singh.
But this Saturday, there was this massive motorcade that the PNM had. Everyone was in their vehicles, mass up.
Yeah.
We had nobody really, or don't even stop people come out to just give a little free yourself, go to well, in St. Joseph, they didn't even have to look for a bathroom because we had 2 trucks with toilets on it. So you had every measure not to go stray anyway. Somebody was there cleaning and so on, sanitizing when you come out and all of that. But we remember passing in Tunapuna in a particular area, there was one set of people crowded and stick up together, and I was saying, like, what were the police? So, I don't know.
So I think it is important, and I saw someone in Parliament who work in the Parliament, show the Parliament staff just listen to your program.
Of course.
Listen to your program.
Many of them.
And I want to make the appeal that the Speaker of the House and even the clerk of the House could recommend.
Leave it right there. We're going to a break. We'll be back. Don't shift your dial.
They talk. You talk. Come talk with us. On the street, 919 FM.
Get ready for the return of Iowa Stage. This Wednesday, August 19th at 7 p.m. till, we have Worship Wednesdays, featuring some of the hottest names in gospel. Nigel Lopez, Michelle Sylvester, Alicia Murphy, and Bresnell Brashnell. On Thursday, August 20th, it's all about Pan Night, featuring Ace Panis Earl Brooks, live at 7 p.m. And on Friday night, August 21st at 7 p.m., get ready for Calypso Night with a one-on-one with Impulse. Iowa Stage will be live on the Street 919 FM's Facebook page, Neil Iowa George's Facebook page, Iowa TV, and the Street on YouTube. Get ready for the return of Iowa Stage.
interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. Or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Finally, a line of baking products that caters for the gluten-free, cholesterol-free, egg-free, and dairy-free person, enriched with sesame, flax meal, and chia seeds. Also try our line of seasonings and spices that are ideal for diabetic, kidney, heart, colon, and hypertensive persons. Perfect for the whole family. Healthy O, the healthier way to go. Find it in a supermarket near you.
Hi, good day, people. This is your nutritional educator here. As you know, the whole thing is about educating people. So, you see, when you're educated, you can make better choices when coming to your health and your wellness. And this is what we're about here at Natural Solution Education. That's the first premise of our doctor. That's what it means, is to educate people so they can make better choices. Now, today what we want to show you, we spoke about having what we call our essential immune protectors and immune enhancers. This is what we're going to be sharing with you today. Alright? Now, we're going to start by the OxyLife. You've heard us mention this already. Now, the OxyLife is your hydrogen peroxide, and like I said before, the senior people will be quite familiar with this because this is used, as you can see here on the chart, for a number of things. Now, primarily what we're using this for is to disinfect the system. This sits on the same periodic table as bleach. What do I mean? The same ability that bleach will have to kill all viruses, bacteria, antifungal, etc. is the same protection I get with this, but of course the human body can handle this. Now with this, you're taking 3 drops 3 times a day, and this will release and expand oxygen in the system. And as we know, once oxygen in the system, body is able to heal. The medical fraternity always knew that. The thing is, the challenge is to have oxygen stable enough in a particular area in enough time to cause change. What we have is the OxyLife that will do a good job in that area. And there's a range of issues here. And by the way, this will protect you from a number of things, especially those of you suffering respiratory problems. Here we have what we call the liquid chlorophyll. Now, chlorophyll is one of my favorites because this has the ability to cleanse and detoxify the blood. Under a microscope, guys, this looks the identical way to the human blood and even the platelets, because the difference is this has magnesium at its base, and of course our cells have iron at its base in its core, but it's the same thing, meaning that this will be able to help to build the blood. For those of you who have low blood count and issues in blood, this is excellent for building blood and detoxifying the body. I promise you guys, if you take this for 3 months straight, it will deodorize your body to the point where you would experience no morning breath, you will sweat but you will get no scent, and most importantly, as I tell persons and they laugh sometimes, you will use this and you will defecate and there will be no scent, completely deodorizing the system. Of course, you know about our Super Silver, has become very, very famous. And I do have to mention about this much because a lot of people know the benefits of silver. As a matter of fact, silver is what they used before the advent of antibiotics. This is nature's antibiotic, people. It will kill those bacteria, those microorganisms or pathogens we call them, without harming the immune system. So this is big time. And this is something that every household should have. You should have this in your medicine cabinet. We're talking about functional medicine here, that you can reach for this if your child is scraped, they have a bruise, a cut, what have you. If you take this, you're taking about 1 tablespoon twice or 3 times a day. depending on the size of the individual, and this will protect you even in this time where we have viruses going around. So this is your silver, super silver. Let's talk very quickly about these minerals. Now, we refer to this as Ormus minerals, and if you go online, you will see a lot about the power of these Ormus minerals. Now, minerals are important, as we know. We take in vitamin C, we take in fruits and vegetables, but unless you have certain minerals, the body will not be able to synthesize, it will not be able to metabolize and utilize vitamins the way it should be. All right? So this is important. So again, we have our minerals, and by the way, this includes essential minerals as well.
I didn't pay much attention to it. That breaking in at Happiness Supermarket opposite KFC 6th Avenue on the Eastern Main Road. 6 men all apprehended, but a few were chopped up by the Chinese people. By the Chinese man. 4 Trinidadian, 2 Spanish. The Chinese man then later died. We put up a fight with them and was chopped and stabbed in the process. And I have some of the faces here. Come on, guys. You know, I continue to say this, boy. A man working hard for your money, all you don't want to go out and look for no work. All you don't want to do nothing that is possible and that is legal. So all you go to rob the people. There's the second time, you know, the owner of Happiness, which was in Curep, I think they're still there, if I'm not mistaken. Remember they went to rob him, he just came in with a little box with money change, he went to the bank and the Chinese man, they shoot him and kill him. Now, the same Happiness is in Batara for a while now. All they go on there to rob the people. 6 African, you know. Well, not 6 African. 4 looking like African, 2 Venezuelan, and some, look, all they upsetting my stomach. Trinidad and Tobago also was brought to my attention, where everybody go. Guys, you need to log on the street now. All your home, listen, people home today. We home in our house and our homes. Log on to the Street 919 FM, or you can simply go to Street live stream on YouTube. Where everybody gone, all it was 300 and something strong, all they just drop off and gone. Come on, man. I tell all you, buy a plan. $20 for the day. Buy a plan.
Is that $40 now for 3 days?
Yeah. And 100 and something with digital is 10 days, 100 and something dollars. They have 7-day plan with V-Mobile. Come on, all you. Up my numbers now, man. Don't drop my numbers now, man. They're making me feel like I really had to stay home, take some holidays. What's going on here? Right, so we're talking about the COVID. We're talking about a number of things. The APT James is on its way. Mm-hmm. I'm going to put it up on the Facebook for you.
I think it's coming from Australia.
Yeah, it's on its way.
Yeah. Coming from a continent.
Continent, brother.
Straight to Trinidad and Tobago.
It's already, but that was a month ago, so it's heading to home. You know, so at least going to Tobago would not be as hard as some people want it to be.
You think they will come to condemn it?
Of course, they will. You're not expecting that?
Super.
Remember, with all what you're seeing, condemnation coming, you know.
Yeah.
They're going on, it's sweating Tuesday. Madam Condemnation. They're sweating that in just now. You watch and see.
Right.
You see, Mohit done start.
Yes.
They talk about karma on the PNM, but she forget to say karma on the UNC too. Let them go ahead and take this virus as a joke and make it into a political football.
Well, you know, you get sunlight, you just kill COVID. Now you're hearing about karma now for the COVID on the PNM. So it's so clearly that they start already and how they're going to operate in the opening of this new term for the parliament. And also she talk about the cabinet that Dr. Keith Rowley choose when she talk about recycle politicians and all that kind of thing. But I want to know if she coming back with Wade Mark as being a nuisance again in the Senate. right? So then we will watch and see who are she recycle politicians that she going to include in the Senate as opposition senators. And then we watch and see how they're going to operate in the lower house and the way they conduct their business when it comes to dealing with the Trinidad and Tobago and the country business. Are we going to see that they're going to prevent certain legislation being passed? Because I know that the Attorney General is working to bring legislation concerning the COVID-19 and the mask and strict guidelines for people to follow, because right now we don't have no legislation in place, so you can't tell people how to wear masks, and we could ask them and make a request that they follow, but we need to get legislation in place so that people could comply with the regulation. And I think I didn't get the whole drift where the Minister of Works, Rohan Sinanan, was talking about the ministry will take up the slack of the 50% in the maxi taxis. And if it's so, it's a good direction where it comes to the maxi taxis is concerned. And I'm sure that would be a sign of relief for them too, because making sure that the maxi taxis comply with the law, right? We know it will be hard on them, right? But this is a sickness where you see the world it's being shut down, where COVID-19 is concerned, and we see what's going on in a oil-rich country of Kuwait, right? Where they won't be able to pay salaries, and the government saying they won't be able to pay salaries till November month. And you can imagine, we had to say, thank God that we see a government here had to borrow money to pay over, I think it's about 90,000 public servants. Over 90,000 public servants where they borrow, and then you see in a country, Kuwait is a kingdom. It's a kingdom, and there's an oil-rich country, right? They are a member of the OPEC. The economy is, and then after you're hearing today where the government is saying that in Kuwait that they won't be able to pay salaries until November month. So you could see that country is where it face, and is a country, the population small, right? And you can see what they face with a crippling total probably shutdown of the economy. And here it is, we have to make changes, adjustments, and you see that even in our COVID-19 pandemic, where the government put in place for even people who rent in, where they could have go and get a rent relief grant. And
let me tell you, as you say that, Wendell, stick up in. Because there are some people calling, especially with the rental, and a whole lot of things. The new minister, Donna Cox, has gone into the Ministry of Social Development. And she have to be very vigilant and keep her eyes open, because let me tell you something. A lady called me on Saturday morning or something like that, and she said she applied for the rental grant and so on. And apparently when she got in touch with the ministry, however, she was told that she did not. And before I tell her, I said, when you're sending documents, you must keep a copy so that you can verify and clarify. Because you know they have a way that has lost everything. And then we have to take into consideration things were being emailed, sent out in a particular way. Now remember, sometimes when you feel your email going, it ain't going, you have to keep checking to make sure that the email went. And I am saying that the ministry needs to set something up in such a way that you must give the people a reply. Yes, I collected, received, noted. So that people would know, listen, my stuff went. Or, fine, we have to find a mechanism. Could you put the names of the persons in our website, all the persons who applied, what they applied for, so that they can see their names and give us status as so often, so they can go up there and find out? Because some people still complaining they didn't get this grant and they didn't get that grant. But yes, Minister of Finance, he knows that he put out, and some people saying they didn't.
And then too, they're investigating some people who going in
lied
and come receive already, and they're sending 2 and 3 times. And yeah, up to Saturday, a guy who was telling me he applied for it, so I tell him you have to have a little patience. And then Saturday he came and tell me he get the grant.
Yes.
Right? He get the grant.
People who call me and say that they finally got the grant.
They get the grant because
some people got the 3-in-1, some got one still waiting for a second, some got.
And when they come, when the people coming back and they're asking you questions, and then the same people could come back and say yes, we get the grant, and then after we see the SME. I don't know if you know what the SME. Sharon.
Yeah, just hold on, Senor. Let me tell you something. I had some serious listeners, you know. They don't make joke, you know. Volume, I ain't hearing. They just get on bad, you know. All right, guys, so all of you on the Facebook, we're working on the volume. Don't worry, it's coming. All right? Good.
Yeah, because when you have the small business, small, medium, and large business, the loan that the government offering, it comes through the Ministry of Finance, and you have certain things you must comply with and put in place, and companies must have their tax.
The tax clearance and all of that.
The NIS clearance and the VAT clearance, and they must, because this money they're lending you, it is a good initiative by the government, because you know when you go to the bank wouldn't, and they put in this thing in place for you to lend you this money for 2 years.
Free, no interest.
No interest, and after the end of the 2 years, you pay back the capital sum. And I hope that people just don't go for this business and knowing that it is to help your business, and you put that use for the business purposes itself, rather than you just take that money and you do things outside,
Wendell,
of what you're getting the money for.
I have worked with a strategy for my couple of years. If I don't need a loan, I'm not going and take a loan now. And if I take a loan and I'm going to fix that, bet your bottom dollar, yes, I'll take a little more so that I'll have money in case of something, but I'm going and fix that. I need to achieve the goal that I set out to achieve. We're going down that road. Jacqueline Benjamin is saying they need to set up an automatic receipt when the applications is received by email. Yes, so you set up something so they automatically come back to say, received, so. We'll be in contact with you, however.
So these are things we hope that they put it for the use, for the business. And at this point in time now, in Trinidad, because we got to brace ourselves for things will not be rosy for us, because we see in the world, where the world is most plenty countries, the economy is collapsing. Besides the COVID-19, we are facing also an economic recession. We are facing an economic recession, and we have to know what we have to prioritize now on what it is important for you right now. And one thing I know will be important is food, is making sure that you have a roof over your head, right? And I know some people will be faced with the challenge where rent is concerned, right? I don't think, because right now you're seeing a lot of places being vacant, even landlords.
Yeah, because
they can't ask you the type of money they want.
Nobody not
right?
They're not going.
People COVID, and then after the eating out, because you see even two people not rushing to fast food service and thing, restaurants and all this kind of thing, because they're trying to buy up and stay home and cook.
And right? That again going to make me get more fat. And now trying to lose
But I think what we are experiencing too, it also teaching people to love their family.
Yeah, family reunions.
Yes, be close. Right? Because even the churches and all have to.
And they have virtual services, eh?
Yes, they're doing virtual service
and
now.
You can.
So you can see the world is changing when it comes in terms of technology, right? And probably that is the way we might have to go. Probably that is the way we'll have to go now, right? In communicating and things with people, and we don't even know when borders will open up. We see some countries actually now shutting back down their borders, right? Even countries what even open up for, say, they survive by tourism, they also have to turn around and shut down their borders. And we see a lot of airlines and travel agency going out of business. And people have to be also on the lookout for those airlines, not airline, travel agency who sending out notices and saying, come and buy a ticket and you can
careful.
leave. You have to be careful of that.
As
That
you
is
say
a lot of book.
that.
Because I went in, just not Shan, I went in because I just go and get information before I come and bring it on your radio. I went in directly to Caribbean Airlines, the head office. And I speak to the agent, right? They say they have no flights out of Trinidad, out of where Caribbean Airlines fly, right? And when they have the travel agents who doing that, they say they could be, they have no connection with the travel agent, and have to be careful. Because next thing you buy your ticket, then after they send you back an email next week and say flight cancel, and you're not getting back your
return,
money.
yeah.
Right? So people have to be careful. People who even in this country who want to even go back to their homeland have to be very, very careful, because the only airline service from our national carrier is Caribbean Airlines. Right? I don't know about JetBlue. I don't know about American Airlines. Right? I don't know how the embassy. I know that for the embassy, for the nationals, they tell them come put their names in the embassy website listing. And I don't know how they operate, how they function. Probably what we could do, Sharon, is because plenty of people look for your program for information. We could try to get somebody from the embassy, American embassy, to talk to us, even the Canadian embassy, so they will tell you and guide us how they operate with the nationals who in Trinidad and who want to go back home. Right? Sometimes you see a flight going out from Trinidad to Barbados, and they say, look, they're operating, and people getting Caribbean Airlines, they're operating concerning students.
And
right?
not only
nationals
that,
who have to go back to study. You see, the government is putting something in place.
My ex-sister-in-law, who is here for the longest while, and she wants to go back because her house is up there. And she was asking and so on, and she sent me a WhatsApp to say that she got through to go on some flight that is leaving. So that means that, you remember, you have to apply. So once there's to me, if there's a bulk of people going, once the government say going back, okay, and you have your money to buy your ticket and so on and whatever, maybe a flight could be, but we're not too sure. I don't want to give anybody any
wrong information,
and wrong information. So I'm just saying, Wendell, before we go any further, I don't want to forget this. And I want to I'll try to call the person sometime during the course of the program. I don't know if you were listening on Friday. It's Friday, yes, yeah. When I ended the show, where I called a lady who was
and she was crying.
Yeah, and she was in it. So let me report to our listenership before we go further, and I forget. So I just want a break to tell you that. Yes, I spoke to the lady on several occasions. Her name is something Bernard. And yes, people, it is a situation. It's terrible. She was working with a particular firm, a security firm, and this thing came and happened to her. Yes, she's diabetic and all of that, and so the foot is kind of, well, what I did is immediately, I don't know how I does operate. So let me say good morning to the welfare officer of the People's National Movement National Women's League, Miss Claudia Maguire, who went at her yesterday and surveyed the whole situation. And Trinidad and Tobago on Tuesday, my husband and I and a couple of people will be going up to see what help she needs. She was very honest to us, very, very, very honest to us. She started to build a little to the back of where she is now. What was reported to me is that everything is on blocks because water, they really have water in the place. So when the rain falls, it comes through because the whole... Now, I can show you, but I have to ask her permission first before I put up the video for you all to actually see. I have to get her permission first before I do that. But bet your bottom dollar we're going there. We're going to try to see what could be done, and we're going to help that person. And you know what caught me with this whole thing? And a lot of people would call me, but I want to tell people, I'm a very sensitive person. And sometimes when you see me jump into something, it's because in my heart I feel it real genuine. And I saw this with my two eyes in terms of I sent someone there who lives around. Remember I told you all I have my fangs all over. So I was able to take up my phone and call and send somebody. All right? I want us to be able to render the aid This lady is not a lady that was lazy and wasn't doing. You could see that she started to try to help herself. And Trinidad and Tobago, it's very, very bad. When you feel things are bad with you, catch yourself somewhere else. It's worse with somebody else. And I want to say again, people, stop taking my phone number and giving it to other people to call me, for me to try to help in some impossible things. You don't just take people's phone number and give it to other people when you're not sure what the people want help with. Yesterday, and it's not that I'm saying anything to hurt anybody's feelings, you know, but we had to analyze a situation before. Somebody called me to tell me that a neighbor shoot some what do you call it, chip into her back, and they're monitoring her, and all. You all have to, you're sending people now to come now to ask me, in what possible way can I help this person? Because I am not sure what I'm listening to. Don't take my number and give it to people and tell them, oh, I could help them. Please do not do that. You all need to call to find out if there's something or somewhere we can direct the person before you do that. When you do that, you're giving people hope that, yes, if they call, they could get help right away. And that is not how it goes. Yes, I will take up my phone and I will try to call wherever and guide you. But you have to be careful just taking people's number and giving it to them. Although my number is public knowledge, the person don't listen to the radio station. They don't know nothing about me. They don't know nothing about the program. So they call in thinking, well, oh gosh, they're going to get help immediately. Stop doing that. I'm begging people. All right? So, to our listenership, I just want to let you know. So on Tuesday, we will report, well, Wednesday, please God, we will report to tell you what it is. We know we have to follow the social distancing, so it will not be no big set of people going there. We have to go in accordance and do the right thing. But not because of that, people need help. This lady in particular, for a long time, I have not seen somebody in that particular situation who really needs the help. I was able to see a video, 2 videos were sent to me. I was able to see, of which someone very close to me went there. Good morning to you, Suzette Yep. Good morning to Peacemaker, seeing you all on the line. I was able to try to help, and I'm asking if every one of us see, like one lady called me. I'm not going to call her name. She said to me, she's a retired nurse. She said, I am willing to give her some galvanized and so on. I will go buy the galvanized, or you tell me where and we will pick it up and drop it. These are the things. I need somebody who will help us to transport this stuff. Whatever help we can render to the person, then we need people who can work. We need a laborer, a mason, or whatever. We're going to see that on Tuesday, and we will try to help Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know. God promised He put me here for a purpose, and I like doing these things. I like doing these things. And then she has a 17-year-old child. You have not, in all of my time growing up, 17 years, you feel you want to be tied on home to look after anybody. You want to be outside lineman. She's home looking after her mother. All right? So I want to thank very much Claudia Maguire. Thank you very much, Claudia. That's our welfare officer of the Women's League, the National Women's League. And we are trying, everybody start chipping. They want to know what they can do, and that's how we operate. All right? This has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with saving lives. All right?
And this has to do with community needs.
Thank you.
Of someone who
is in
dire needs. And it shows clearly that why I just always see your program, besides your main activities in dealing with certain things, that you reach out also to for people of all different works when it comes in terms of health. Yeah, because I see you do it here. I see you raise barbecues for family. I see you work barbecues for people to go and not only barbecue, fundraiser for people to go and go abroad to attend to major sickness. And now there's a desire need for this person, and I think people should rally to the cause, because you wouldn't bring somebody who is not in need and for that to receive things on the first
Exactly,
pretext. You do your investigation.
And some people, they hear you giving out hampers. I want a hamper. When you go, they're not in need. We're just begging for begging sake. Come on, people. Let's have people who in dire need worse than us.
Yes, and I watch you also for the last 5 years. The last 5 years with your book drive, where you collect books and you give to the needy.
And you see, people. We went further, one step further, and I have to thank Mr. Chance, Vernon, but Morancy, Jenny,
with the essay essay competition.
Miss Isabella, Angie, Village. I have to thank them, my children, my family, my husband. I have to thank all of them. My friend in Tobago, and she don't want to be known. I ain't calling her name. She know I love her bad in Tobago. And all the Tobagonian, all of these people, there are people from Tobago who always support. They call me, how are sending? As give them the account number, they will send. And you can see where the money goes because we spend, and as make sure when you see her doing something, it's done to the max and to the best. Imagine in our hamper for when we pick up here. And I told people, we spend $42,000 in the money. I spend every cent, plus my husband put, I put.
Yeah.
And we collected over $15,000 to $20,000 in extra food. And we were able to do 355 hampers. You hear what I'm telling you?
And you spread it throughout.
And Tobago, Trinidad, I partnered with Sheldon Cunningham. We sent 75 hampers for him. And we sent the rest to Tobago. Let me tell you, and the hampers was big. I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't say what
they either get
what people say they get. What I heard was and also when you also went all far in Sandy Grande.
You went in Kelly.
Yeah, we went to the people home
and listen,
and you're driving and you go and give them the hampers.
They got a bottle of either squeezy or fabric soap. Either or. Where you getting that in a hamper? I want to thank Suzette Yip who directed me. We got juices from Nestles.
Not from Amsterdam.
No. And I would put up for you. I would send to Senor in a while to put up for you. We did a video, so I'll put it up for you to see who didn't see it.
Yeah. So then, when you do what you did for the kids, the hamper, the book drive, then the essay competition, and people mustn't forget also the Christmas.
Oh,
where you give them the
gifts. Yes,
they could call in, and then after you had the gift for age bracket. And where you had the little question they ask, or they call in and you speak to them on the radio, and you see, this is exposure what your program have been doing. And when you listen to all the rest of programs, you come with a complete different blend. You come with something for
remember,
everything.
I'm not just, remember we out there, you know.
Yeah, you do it for Parang, you do it for Calypso, you bring in untouched Calypsonians
and make them, you know.
And you make them.
Wendell, let me tell you, the listenership for for the programs that I am on. We have persons who in different sectors of life. We have doctors listen, we have lawyers listen, we have nurses listen, we have bank managers listening, we have all. It's made up of a whole. Different parts of organizations and in the society. We have politicians listen. We have normal citizens listen.
We have trade union.
We have trade union leaders listening. We have all kind of people listening.
Because when I walk the street, right, people and also too, a lot of people know you on the street with your Iowa TV, Facebook, right, Titan and Democracy. When you walk the street, people say, look when, say, glad to meet you, glad to, so sometimes I do inside walk the street freely. Right? So that I always say, I just watch carefully what I'm doing outside, especially in the public. We cannot come here saying one thing and then
you're
doing something different. You have to stand up for what you believe in and make sure you live by it, because you have you become also there into the public eye as a role model.
And we have a lot of foreigners who support.
Want to see it.
Look at Token. A Token to a foreign TTB just sent me. He wait for Wednesday to hear what we're doing, because come on, we have foreign TTB, we have Donald Russell, we have, and I've picked up
England,
from the UK, Canada, Sweden. I've picked up so many people. There's one particular lady who said to me she's a doctor in the UK, or it's Canada, one of them, but found the station. She said, Gil, I put on this, I think it's in the UK because our time.
UK, yeah.
She said, I put on in my lobby.
She called in on Friday.
Thank you. On my lobby, she says, put you on for people to listen and, and everybody, come on. So we
because
need to...
Even all in Canada, Ontario, right, in Toronto, right, we have listeners listening in Scarborough out in Canada. And if people know where Scarborough is in Canada, right, when you reach Toronto, you have to take a plane to go Scarborough another 6 hours in the air. Right, so that's to show you the different part of Canada where people listen to you. To have a guy who he get in contact with me on Facebook. He say he love to hear me on your program. They just call him the Pan Man. He live in Canada. He say he's the president of the Calypso Association for Canada. So you see the kind of people who draw the attention and listen to you and listen to your message.
Man.
Yes, it's so clearly that you have to walk a straight road when you're on, and you have to know who you're associating yourself with also too, because you can't come here and want to project A, Y, and B, and then outside is something completely different. People lose respect for you. They will say you're not a person of your word. You have to stand for what you believe, because you have a lot of people who listen to this program and who's being educated every single day on what is taking place throughout Trinidad and Tobago. And we talk not only things that concerning Trinidad, we talk things concerning the Caribbean, we talk things concerning the outside world, and we look and see what is taking place there and what is happening in our small twin island of Trinidad and Tobago, where if we combine both together, we are about 1.5 million people, right? Both Trinidad and Tobago. And we see how we live and how we continue living. It's just that we have people who will try to divide us and try to put us against one another. But if you look and see how we operate when it comes to Carnival, all of us come together. When you come to Panorama, all of everybody us come together. The biggest fun party in the world. You see everybody taking part. You see the Tassa. You see when you go to the North Stand, right? For the Carnival semi-final, Panorama semi-final. You see the Tassa. You hear the rhythm section. You hear the Iron Man. Right? And you hear all of them knocking and things. And then when you hear the sweet steel band humming through the crowd, right? People going off on it, and you see everybody together. But the only time when you go to a cricket match, right? I remember in 1990 when we was playing the football game against America. Not 1990, when we was qualifying
Germany.
the game against, we was playing the qualifying game against United States. I think that was in 87 or 88, no, 89, it was 1989, when we was playing the game at the Queen's Park, that time, the Hazy Crawford Stadium. I remember that day I walk and they get up early in the morning, we walk and we happy because it was on the road for our first World Cup, right? And Trinidad was playing United States of America, and you see everybody is Indian, African. You see the Douglas, the whites, the national from different races. We come together as one. Queen's Park, Hazy Crawford Stadium was real packed. We hearing big truck. People mustn't forget the big truck music on the road, like if it's Carnival, right? And the people were so happy and coming together. Then when we have West Indies playing, people must remember when we had go and watch game with Vivian Richards, Larry Gomes, Clive Lloyd.
We didn't have
Gus
nothing about
Logie,
no race
and then we go and we watching the Fearsome 4, and the Roberts, Ghana, Croft, whole lane. When we see them Poland and West Indies, people running, East Indian African dancing when we go and watch T20 game, right? How we did it with this. If you see we party, we fetted, everybody sharing a plate of food, everybody eating from the same plate of food. But when it comes to politics, they just want to divide us and go down a nasty racial road. Why we can't have this kind of love when it comes when it comes to Carnival? When it comes to politics, we see a certain party operate as a clan. They're knitted, they have their own religion, they're a family, and they use other people to get into power. When they get into power, they discard who they use, right? And we have to get away from that. We have to look at us as Trinidadians and Tobagonians. We should go in a new direction now. We should support where support is needed, especially when it comes to major bills and legislation that will benefit lives in Trinidad and Tobago. We mustn't go down the road where we'll have people who not qualify for certain jobs, put in square peg in wrong hole. So we have to move away from that. People have to be honest to themselves. They have to stop coming and feeding us with lies, and trying to divide us. And it ain't benefiting. It ain't benefiting. We should take a lesson from this election, and we know that the road certain people want to go down is not working for Trinidad and Tobago anymore. We want to be the #1 country in the world when it comes to love and unity and togetherness, and as a people, right? As a people, if we put people at the center of development, we will be a great nation. Trinidad and Tobago will be a great nation, and that is what we wanted. I want to see my son and an East Indian boy hold hands together and know nothing but the race card. I don't want to say my son had to come home and say, "Mommy, Daddy, my friend who's an East Indian saying what the parents say about us home." We had to get away from that. The conversation that was spread home, let's go into the schools. Children is something that is say what their parents say, right? They just watch their parents and talk about their parents. Sometimes we can go and tell the teacher, "I see my mother and daddy doing this. I see my father doing this. I see my mother doing this. I see my brother doing this. I see they say they do like this kind of way. How they just teachers and don't shake this one hand and do." Right? And anytime you touch somebody's hand, you have to watch that. Because I used to tell people I grew up in a place called 13 Mackenzie Street, Frederick Settlement, County. Right? And I'm telling you, I have neighbors. When we go to Kearney Presbyterian School, because Kearney Presbyterian School is in a small village, it must be about 100 students from that village. Some used to come from Kelly, some used to come from the village, some used to come from Lapai. We had also some used to come from Kunupia and Warrenville. And when you go into the school, right, I'm telling you, I see for myself, we have plenty of us used to go to school bare feet, right? Because we parents didn't come, it's a small community, and nearly every home is outside toilet. When there's that flood, everything and the flood come, everybody walking in the same water. When it comes to go to school, people taking coconut oil and taking cooking oil and rubbing their feet as cream and then after they shining their hair with it too. Right? And then after when we coming together, sometimes when we go by we neighbor, we picking through we neighbor head and we taking all these, we used to call it like this is things that I grew up and I know of, and I talking what I know of, what I've seen. I used to go in the temple for Ramai. I used to go in the temple for when they had prayers, the 9-night Ramai, the prayers, the puja, Sunday morning prayers. When they had wedding, it was the Matikura, it had kata. People mustn't forget that Sunday morning is Lawa, right? The Lawa, that's when they have it with the girl and the family go in, the Matikura, they go in and they put in the tree on the head and they go in by some corner and they beat in the tass and they put in, they doing the work leading up to the wedding and people dancing. Right? And today we're seeing people want to call people all the uneducated. And in the same village that I grew up with, plenty of Indian people was uneducated. Is that plenty? Right? I don't want to call names, but it's facts. But then they want to put us down that if we alone is the one have a complex, we are the one who want suffering, we are the one alone who don't go through good life. And these are the things, because when people hear, when you grow up with this, you just know what taking place. And I am not one who come out and say, I hate racialism. From the time you want to attack my race, I will have to come out and defend my race. I got to come up and stand up for my race, because I would want you to call my race all kind of, because I'm not doing it to you. I shaking hand with you, I drinking with you, I eating with you. We go and sit down when they are your wedding. We sit down, we eat with the fig leaf with all of us, right? We eat it with our hand. We mix up the food in our hand and we eat it. And then after, you want to say that you in a different class from me. And God make one race, the human race. And if you do a DNA, you will see most people come from Africans. If you really do the trace, and these are the things we have to stamp out. These are the things we have to move forward now with a united Trinidad and Tobago. Move forward now with the hate for one another.
I don't understand, and I keep telling you, the hate is so bitter. I told you I listened to this girl on Trio TT the other night. This young boy, I think he from Mova or wherever. He was here on the program when he was so disrespectful to Kareem. I listened to this girl and it's total hate. What is all this hate about? Where all of a sudden this hate, it makes you wonder that, oh God, Lord Father, you're walking down there and they see in the dark they might damage you. It's so much a hate all of a sudden. Where does hate come from? We all live in Trinidad and Tobago. We are all Trinbagonians. What is all this hate about? In the morning, if there's a disaster, we all have to pull together and pray and ask God for forgiveness. Mother Adams came here and told us, the tsunami must be this. When she saw and she came and she was first to beg for forgiveness, had to be this. Come on, people. What is all this hatred about?
And the hatred for no cause.
For no cause.
No cause. Right? Just want to bring it and which this election should be a learning lesson for all of us. Right? You preach it, it backfire on you. Right? You try to see if you could have used it with as a trump card, right? And focus on a particular individual and a particular race, and it backfire, right? And when you look at it, I just always say that UNC, I just look at them as a clan. They close knitted to their people, right? They are the only religion, and they don't want nobody outside that family. The only time they want that family, people outside that family, is when they have to use them for political power.
Well, you have to go in the wrong place.
Yes,
You're in the wrong place.
Right? And when they get the political power, they go back to their family and they're outcast.
I put up a post on Facebook, The Meaning of Life. And there were two people. One person is a young fellow with his book bag on his back and he going his way, very humble, and another one who looked like a bully. And it's the thing went like this. It said, watch it, a time will come in your life when some people will regret why they treat you wrong. Trust me, it will definitely come. And that is a fact. A time will come when you will be in the same position as other people. Anyhow, before we go to the lines and do any taking of any calls, I want you to go on the Facebook. I'm going to ask my director to put up the APT James. It's on its way coming to Trinidad and Tobago. We have good news. It's on its way. And then we will put up the video from all hamper distribution. For those of you who did not see it and who did not know, we'll put it up for you to see. And of course, remember, we want to do this again, so we want to do it coming closer to Christmas. We want to this time do at least 500 hampers. We did 355 heavy, hefty hampers.
That's
for coming to Christmas time.
Christmas.
Yeah? This year feeling like, we know Christmas would not be as Christmas.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be a different kind of Christmas. And a lot of people would be in need. And I'm asking the persons who are really in need are the ones to ask. And notwithstanding with the lady from Maruga, who we're trying to help, Miss Bernard, we want to, on Tuesday when I go there, I'll come back and report to you exactly what direction and how we're going. But we helping. So Trinidad and Tobago, while my director is going to put up the APT James for you to see, looking real good, real good. I want you to up our numbers because we can't put up thing and then after all you coming back, we'll go and see it. You know you can't pull it until we finish the program. So Trinidad and Tobago, up the numbers on your YouTube. You can go to Street live stream and on Facebook, the Street 919 FM. Yeah? So, director, when you're ready, senor? Right, when you're ready? All right. Okay, he tell me wait 5. All right. So, in the meantime, I'll take some calls. Caller, good morning. This morning, we talking live.
Okay. Hi, good morning. Good morning, Miss Felix and Mr. And Mr. Eversley.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah. Well, I'm checking up on my little mobile phone thing with the cases, and I just want to tell people that Trinidad and Tobago to please, I'm begging all you, please, for that sake, just heed the guidelines, social distance, wherever you go out with necessary, wear your mask, sanitize, be social distance 6 feet apart. If you don't have any important places to go anywhere, stay home. If you're sick, stay home. How much time the health authorities and then other tell people stay home or they put in pressure. And you know what really hurt me, Miss Felix? We see what is going on around the world, particularly in the United States of America, with this disease putting pressure on the health facilities. Now we're getting the battle with this second wave we have now. What is it, you know? And we did so extremely well with the first wave of COVID-19. With this second wave again, which we were for 1 month ago by the health minister, and how people didn't listen. Now I see something on the Captain Goofy saying now, but going all over the place in certain health facilities getting tested, and he knew that he was asymptomatic. Now all those people in this thing are at risk. Now I want to hear the next thing. You see, this disease don't care about race, whether it's PNM or UNC.
No, it's not.
And this Johnny community called Miss Mohit. You know, I have always said, Mr. Clamberan, I don't know why people didn't vote in Mr. Lambert, but he would have been a good MP. This Johnny community should be the last person to bad talk and say COVID is PNM and karma. This Miss Lady have cocoa, the son. And if I was there when she had to go to Parliament, she better not say anything, contribute nothing, you know, because as far as I'm concerned, I think she'll guarantee she'll follow by election. Because she has baggage. And I hate to say this, but I was one of them who criticized Mr. Faratawari, who came in the defense of this young lady concerning her baggage. Mr. Eversey?
Yes.
And the sad thing about it is, when these people come into Parliament, or when they have function in them little schools, I have daughters and I have sons. When the people ready to talk, or have a talk to the audience of the children, what I want to tell my daughters and them, to look up to these people as role models. Mr. Eversey, you have daughters? Mr. Eversey?
Yes, I have daughters.
What's somebody? Let's say somebody like us, or Anita Hienzo, or an MP from Cuba North come to speak to the other children and talk about how can I look up to these people as role models?
And the most hurtful thing we have to call them honorable.
Yeah, but you know what? But the young lady come from a good family because she come from a big family name, but her reputation now, and then she wants a bad talk about karma.
Well,
it's a home in the UNC camp.
Well,
I saw all the matters going around when our leaders tell people during the last year of campaigning, do not come to Bali. So how stay home and celebrate? The other leader says she can't tell people to stay home. If they want to come to the place to think, she can't tell the people. What kind of thing is that?
Well, you see, what they see the leader doing is exactly what they're saying.
Because I heard talks right now, people saying they're recommending that all the UNC MPs should get tested up before they reach Parliament.
Well, I make the call on my Facebook page, and I also make the call this morning, and I think the Speaker of the House should and the Parliament staff should demand that. They should demand that.
Because, I think whoever be swearing in opposition, they can't go to president after be swearing right now, Mr. Eversey.
Well, I watching to see what the president will do.
But I am very disappointed in that so-called individual from Sherborne. She should be the last person that battle thing. Mr. Farris came in her defense months ago, and I was one of them people who criticized Mr. Farris. I worry about the situation with the young lady because, they say she's a woman and those
and one of the basic things, they say she's a young woman. And
she's a young woman.
I the one who talk out against it because it was unethical behavior. Matter of fact, she should not even be in a mayor. She shouldn't be in a mayor because if we want to set examples, we need to set examples, and if we had to do it, we had to start it in our own home. Because I don't think that would happen in America. America, besides, I don't think they will put a person who doing those kind of things as a mayor in any part of the United States, in the 52 states they have.
Of course, I remember that too.
Even in England.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Caller, good morning.
Oh, good morning, Sharon.
Good morning, my dear. How are you?
I guess a good thing I'm calling from a prepaid phone. When you are done.
Well, the money we're not done in a prepaid phone.
Is the postpaid?
Is the
The prepaid will not finish, but the postpaid. But here this now, Sharon, I'm calling concerning the grant. I was one of the people who actually got it. But the procedure, I applied since April, right? My friend got hers. We applied at the same time. I didn't get mine. So eventually I got an email saying that I got it. I mean, they received my application. Right? But when I followed up about a month after, they were saying there was nothing on the records. There was nothing on their records saying that I applied. So I had to reapply. And then I finally got it last week. So it could be it could be a problem with the system. Yeah, so it could be a problem with the system because I got the email stating that they received it immediately. The first time I applied in April. And then when I follow up, they were saying that my name is not in the system. So I had to reapply. So I kept keep checking on them not to find out what is going on. And I kept the original copies. So I just sent it back.
You see, and that is the point. You kept your original copies.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
The lady who called me kept nothing. She's sending everything. And they are telling her that she didn't apply for the rental assistance. She can't argue because you don't have anything to argue. You have no proof. And that's why I'm saying to people, make sure and have your copies. It's important.
Yeah. So I reapplied and I got it this week.
Excellent.
Yeah, they must stay too long.
Oh, God.
Later.
Miss New Village? Miss New Village?
Good morning.
Good morning, my dear.
At home, I have no church. I just go on Zoom and at church I just visited America. I said, no, let me skip them. So I want to call it 7 times for the morning already. Till before Miss Tanapuna.
Once I see the number coming up, you know, what I do is when I see numbers coming up while the other person talking, I just take it and hold it so you don't get away. Once I see the number, I can't hold, but I know some people say they're trying.
But then sometimes when the person talking, all they say the mailbox is full.
Yeah,
that's what they're saying on 33 or what, you know. Right? And somebody give a number, I mark a number like someone had the number wrong because it's 466-5391. Is that? Or I have a number wrong?
466-5391, yeah.
Yeah, you're not getting that to that mailbox full. Mr. Eversley, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am all right, blessed and trusting in God. I wouldn't say highly flavored because when they say that, you know, when you're eating plenty KFC and others need meat. So, but Sharon, you know, I want to give God thanks. Yes. And I want to thank God for his mercies in spite of what is going on around us. The person, the God that has started a good work is able to finish it.
Amen.
And in spite of what the opposition plan to do, you take my words, God will bring them to subjection. I know that. So we trust in God. Another thing, you know, Miss Donna Cox have a work on her hands.
She do.
Because these people inside there are wicked, some of them. And I want to tell you, I was often saying, I call in and I say, you know, if the minister just drop in sometimes and just ask the permanent secretary to see the files, they will know. I took 1 month and a week to get one name change. I mean, it wasn't the name, just my husband was Sylvester George, and they had George Sylvester.
Miss New Village, we're going to a break.
I'm holding the line.
Okay, good, nice.
I hold in the line. I don't hold in.
Get interactive with the street.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Finally, a line of baking products that caters for the gluten-free, cholesterol-free, egg-free, and dairy-free person, enriched with sesame, flax meal, and chai seeds. Also try our line of seasonings and spices that are ideal for diabetic, kidney, heart, colon, and hypertensive persons. Perfect for the whole family. Healthy O, the healthier way to go. Find it in a supermarket near you.
Hi, good day, people. This is your nutritional educator here. As you know, the whole thing is about educating people. So, you see, when you're educated, you can make better choices when coming to your health and your wellness. And this is what we're about here at Natural Solution Education. That's the first premise of a doctor. That's what it means, is to educate people so they can make better choices. Now, today what we want to show you, we spoke about having what we call our essential immune protectors and immune enhancers. This is what we're going to be sharing with you today. Right? Now, we're going to start by the OxyLife. You've heard us mention this already. Now, the OxyLife is your hydrogen peroxide, and like I said before, the senior people will be quite familiar with this because this is used, as you can see here in the chart, for a number of things. Now, primarily what we're using this for is to disinfect the system. This sits on the same periodic table as bleach. What do I mean? The same ability that bleach will have to kill all viruses, bacteria, antifungal, etc. is the same protection we get with this, but of course the human body can handle this. Now with this, you're taking 3 drops 3 times a day, and this will release and expand oxygen in the system. And as we know, once oxygen in the system, body is able to heal. The medical fraternity always knew that. The thing is, the challenge is to have oxygen stable enough in a particular area in enough time to cause change. What we have is the OxyLife that will do a good job in that area. And there's a range of issues here. And by the way, this will protect you from a number of things, especially those of you suffering respiratory problems. Here we have what we call the liquid chlorophyll. Now, chlorophyll is one of my favorites because this has the ability to cleanse and detoxify the blood. Under a microscope, guys, this looks the identical way to the human blood and even the platelets, because the difference is this has magnesium at its base, and of course our cells have iron at its base in its core, but it's the same thing, meaning that this will be able to help to build the blood. For those of you who have low blood count and issues in blood, this is excellent for building blood and detoxifying the body. I promise you guys, if you take this for 3 months straight, it will deodorize your body to the point where you would experience no morning breath. You will sweat, but you will get no scent, and most importantly, as I tell persons, and they laugh sometimes, you will use this and you will defecate and there will be no scent. Completely deodorize the system. Of course, you know about our Super Silver, has become very, very famous. And I don't have to mention about this much because people know the benefits of silver. As a matter of fact, silver is what they used before the advent of antibiotics. This is nature's antibiotic, people. It will kill those bacteria, those microorganisms or pathogens, we call them, without harming the immune system. So this is big time. And this is something that every household should have. You should have this.
Oh gosh, why I could forget the lady name? Miss Elder, yeah. Tallman, and my boy Gerard, all of you all, good morning to everybody. Right, okay, nice. So guys, as I said to you this morning, we're spreading good news, but we had to tell people, you need to think. Before you talk, think of the effects it will have of what you're going to see. There's not time for us to be bad-mouthing one another and cussing out this one and that one. Because number of samples submitted to the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA, the UE and other local sites for testing for COVID-19 is 19,123 persons. That's of today, Number of unique patients tested completed, 16,847. Number of repeated tests, 2,276. Number of samples which have tested positive at public and private facilities in Trinidad and Tobago, 963. Total number of active cases, 784. Number of deaths, we have another death, 14. Number of persons discharged, 165 persons. Let me say it again, number of deaths, 14. Number of persons discharged, 165. I want to let you know. At the Cova Hospital and a multi-training facility, 107 persons there, 6 in ICU, 3 in HDU. Cora Hospital, 59. COVID-19 positive patients in step-down transition facilities, 279. Brooklyn facility, Sandy Grande, which they make a set of bacchanal for, and cuss and say cockroach and all kind of thing. Right. Yeah, the UNC, the alleged so-called chairman of the corporation that people feel be stupid, 28. Balandra, 22. Tagarigua, 35. UE Debe, 53. UE St. Augustine, 135. And Napa, 6. Those are persons waiting to make sure that they test negative on the second testing, then to be released. Trinidad and Tobago, we need to follow the rules. While we want to do plenty things, we cannot. We just can't. So they're starting to frighten and scare me. And that means for me, I need to start to work from home, truly. So I go in and try. If I had to take the last dollar to put everything in place, this is a frightening situation for us. And if we continue to behave reckless, we will all die. We'll be a country, a nation of dead people. 14 deaths. For me, that is too much. 700 plus active cases. That is too much. We're not practicing what we're supposed to practice. And then you have people coming to talk about karma for the PNM. The PNM is only the PNM people alone make up this country. Tim Gopi Singh is a PNM then. And I'm talking to people who are in sensitive positions. When people come to you for help, oh God, or they stop roughing and running the people. You're working in an office, it's not your home. Let us be as accommodating as possible to make life easy for some people. Some people get up in the morning, come and they don't know where they're getting a meal from. Some of us have so much that we're throwing it away every day. We have to be more responsible. Election done, who vote for who, I vote for who. It's Trinidad and Tobago. You're the member of parliament for your constituency. Whether you vote PNM, COP, TOP, UNC, wherever you vote. You are now the member of parliament for your constituency. You have to see about the people. So do like this so-called one. I hope he ain't gonna do like Fuad Khan and say he ain't taking this and taking that. He ain't getting involved in it. And the next one, I don't know how well you could vote back David Lee in. I had to say thank God for San Fernando West, who was taking the brunt of some of the people who couldn't get nothing from them. And all of you all who want to play politics with people's life, not at this time. And I hope the one who went up against the real MP for St. Joseph, Terence Yalsing, the one who went up against him, I hope you don't put out no more tenants. I hope you don't do that. Trinidad and Tobago, you see me? If the Lord grant me some of the wishes and some of the things I have in my head, sometimes I lie down in the night trying to close my eyes and sleep. And I say, boy, if you could get some acres of land and just build some apartments to try to help people, you know how good that will be? I say, boy, when I go win some big money and pay down, so when people in need, I ain't have to be asking nobody to donate that. I could just go write a check Give me that. Fix up this one. Do that. Eh? But you see, people like me, I had to work real hard for what I want. But it didn't stop me. And it didn't stop you, all listeners, you, our viewers, you, our supporters and our callers. Because I always say, without you, Titans of Democracy, we're nothing. Street 919 FM, we are nothing. And don't let nobody tell you nothing about your 0% and this. All of you callers, every single one of you, your viewers, the listenership, the callers, all of you are important to us right here. And I can tell you that. Because of you, I can safely sit down here and tell you I am the #1 program on a morning. Who don't like it, all you could sit down, bite it. Because of you, you're viewing, you're listening, and any single thing we decide to do here, where I am concerned in this program, the support has been enormous, excellent. We have no issue and problems with that. We were able to do a essay competition. Look at that. I want to thank Mohammed's Bookstore again and again and again for partnering with us.
I know that.
The monies that we collected, we take it, we give it to him, and he put the balance. We had who got, remember, was 2,000 by 1,500 and so on, and the persons who didn't think got 500 up a certain time, a certain amount, and we went further. And he gave us all the past papers to give to them. Then he was the sponsor. He was the person who sponsored the live program. And then I had to thank my husband who cooked a meal for us. And then Angie, Miss Gordon, Jenny, and they all put together. Everybody got something we left there. I want to thank Nal Ram Singh. We got the bags.
Nal Ram Singh from Couva? From
Couva. I got the bags from Nal. We printed. Mask was made. I was able to buy. I paid for all the masks. Everything. And we owing a cent our soul. Spend every single cent to make sure everything was done above board. All the drinks, the decorating of the center. I want to thank Miss Carol from in Pittsburgh. Anything all you want where decorations is concerned, call me. I'll give you Miss Carol's number because I can't remember it offhand. Not expensive. Well, she will work with you. Come on, Trinidad and Tobago. We could do this if we put our heads together. We could do this. The election go on. Dr. Rowley is still the Prime Minister. You see? You see how he ain't hide nothing. Election night, somebody hug him. The person got positive. He decided I'm going to test myself. I'm going into quarantine. 14 days. Responsible as he is. He ain't hiding nothing. He tell you outright. Put it up and he tell you. Come on, we could do better than that. You have a past mayor who's now an MP talking about karma. She really know what she's talking about? Look, Trinidad and Tobago, all they call me up, eh?
And the thing about when she said it changed to take the oath of office.
Of office yet? You're talking about karma?
She had to take the oath of office
in
the parliament.
Man.
And then you're going and say these kind of things. It's so clearly what their mindsets are.
Please. So, let me ask Senor to put up for me. Senor, are you ready for me? Yes, now, hold on. When I finish with him, he will talk English good, you know.
When I finish with him, he's talking habla English.
Yeah. So, Trinidad and Tobago, I'm going to put up for you while we take the calls, the APT James. I am proud here, now, man. Looking beautiful boat. We're going to put it up for you to see. And after that, he's going to put up the video that we made of the distribution of the hampers. We made a video so you can see where all the money that was given to us and the food stuff went. Trinidad and Tobago numbers are 342-0081. The other number is 475? I just always forget it. Oh, God. Poor me, my head ain't good now. I get down in age, let's forget. 478-0595. 478-0595.
Those are heading good, huh?
Me a little cuckoo sometimes. Call her morning.
Good morning, Miss Felix.
Good
morning, Mr. Eversley.
Good morning, Terry. I, when we were on the break, I mentioned her name to you from the UK. Yes, my darling.
Yeah, good morning, Mrs. Tyson, morning, Mr. Chance, and Miss Tunapuna. I hope Stephen listens to you eventually.
I'm going to fix Stephen. I'm going to go and stand up outside by the gate and fix him.
Miss Felix?
Yes, my dear.
Now, this COVID thing, I don't know if you remember when it only had 7 deaths. When the minister, the prime minister, and everybody keep telling everybody to adhere to the COVID-19 rules. You had the solicitors with the Bar Owners Association because the bars was congregating so much people and they want to take the government to court because they want to be open later. It was 8 o'clock. Remember that?
Yes, yes.
They wanted to go till 10.
You had the solicitors taking, the borders closed, but you had the solicitors who was working for the clients who was abroad, taking the government to court
yes.
because they want their people to come back into Trinidad because of, you understand? Then I read yesterday that Ms. Mohit will say some thing with the PNM and this COVID. And then you had Amina, what's her name? The one for St. Augustine. She made a comment too.
Kadisha
Amin.
Yes.
Ms. Felix, there were 48 or 40, between 46 and 48,000 dead in UK. Let me tell you something. I ain't even going nowhere. When I say that, I'm going to the supermarket, but I'm well sitting it up. I go in, they have things people invited me to. I refuse to go, Miss Felix, because I do not know carry the thing, who have it, if it's in the air, what it is. I want to get sick. I have family members who working in North America in the health facility, frontline workers who tested positive for it, and I'm here in the UK praying for them. They're all right now because they're corona. Okay? These people are not. I saw during the election time when the UNC had their motorcade and people were together. People weren't wearing masks. 1 or 2 in the crowds were. People weren't, and it was like a big party. COVID-19 has no name, no age, no color, no creed, no class to attack anyone. And to hear people make that type of statement, you know, in the public forum, it says to me, you could be an educated fool. Because no matter how educated you are, because, and let me tell you something, no apology. Whenever I don't apologize, then mistakes, I'm a person who don't apologize, because when I say things, it's because you can't take back what you said. You know?
Said it.
So when somebody says something that they feel in their heart and they come back to tell me tomorrow, oh, if I offended anybody, no, you can't, no sorry to deal that. So she said what she means, and I'm not looking for an apology. But people have to know when you're going to say something, you have to think 10 times before you say it, and worse yet, publishing that, because that was on a Facebook thing. You understand? So people have to think and take this thing serious. And Trinidad and Tobago, look, I'm now here in the street saying it's 14 deaths now. You know, Trinidad is small, okay, and you don't want to hear of 100 deaths. Please, people, adhere to the rules. Stop congregating. Stop the partying. Do you have to go up? Do you have to be in a party? Do you have to be in a crowd of 10 or more? You don't have to. Stay with your family at home. Bond with your family at home. Do things at home with your children and your grandchildren. You don't have to go out there unless you have to go to the supermarket or something to, you know. So, you know, just please, I don't want to hear, you know, look how many cases they have. Yeah? And people still not listening. Miss Felix, I'm locked on. Show's good. Have a lovely Sunday.
Thank you very much.
Miss Sharon.
Yes, Miss New Village.
Well, you doing me what you want.
No, I forget. Oh God.
You doing me what
I
you
really
want.
forget. And when I see the,
Mr.
when I see the,
you
when
is
I
the witness here.
when I
Don't call when I don't talk here. I ain't calling 91 again.
No, well, I will.
You is the witness. So when I take
Miss
you to court,
New Village, Miss New Village, will you allow me to speak?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I am sorry because when I saw the overseas line, I doesn't want to drop it. I will top back up your phone. All right? I will send you back up. You just send me the number. I will top you back up. Don't worry.
But
I take responsibility.
Sometimes I don't know it now.
No, I seen the number, so I'm making sure that I put it on me. And you know, if somebody tell me you have Miss New Village holding on.
But this is Penance went through this one.
You could be there. This is how it feels when they have to count over the 16. When you know it's a stupidness, but you have to go through it. These people have to beg God pardon for what they put these returning officers and people into. Anyhow, Miss Cox, I can't advise you, but I'm letting you know, always drop in on these social help grant places. Watch let the permanent secretary show you the books, because they delay, they get on like if it's their money they are giving out, and it's so much things. I tell you, I take a month and 1 week to get a name change for NIS to get back the money that I paid for my husband's funeral grant. So I want to say, I calling you Esther this morning. You are Esther. You are in the kingdom for a time like this, to intercede for your people. And your people is not Indian or Negro. Your people is the people of Trinidad and Tobago. God put people in positions that we doesn't know why, but you are a voice for the voiceless. You are a voice for the widow and the fatherless. And I want to pray, God, that he continue, you and your team, because let me tell you, it's a team. When I watch Mr. Chance and all these ladies that really push this election, God has really blessed you to be in the kingdom at a time like this, Mr. Eversley and everybody. Another thing, I want to say condolences to the Anglican fraternity in Point Fonte. You know, in 12 days, 4 of the seniors has died. The matriarchs of that church who were choir members. You know, I look at Miss Pompey. I look at Miss Moore, Tiny Moore. I look at one from Egypt. I look for one from New York. In 12 days, 4 of the matriarchs has gone. So it's something that it's something that has really, they was aged, but all of them gone in 2 weeks. And I want to say to the Anglican fraternity, my condolences to them. Another thing I want to say to Sharon, if you permit me, that my seniors that are looking forward, I said it already, this would have been our 13 years we bringing them out for senior citizen lunch. And it cannot happen, people. So your family who are listening, 91, let them know we cannot bring them out. And we didn't do the fundraiser in June, so we cannot have it. Next year, if the Lord will, and things change, we will see what will happen. But we are still going with the books, the children books, because we know this is a harder time. So last year we did 345 children, but if we could do 100 this year, it's all right. We're going to do it as people start to drop in notebooks and pens and whatever, but we are doing that. We was looking at the end of August, but now that it's gone back a little, we don't know when. So we could do it September. So all those around me who feel to drop a dozen notebooks, whatever, we are doing it in the name of the Lord. So we thank God for Dr. Rowley and his team. We thank God for that head doctor and in the front line. People save. I have people in the protective service. I have people in the prison that is working, and I don't want one of my family to come home and have COVID. People, please go out when you have to go out. You know, I felt the pain from Miss Tanapuna this morning.
Yeah, boy.
I really felt the pain. And you see, I don't know, but we have to pray her through that God will protect her. You know, people still feeling that COVID is not real, but it's an enemy we cannot see and we cannot feel. So if you have faith in God, we never see him. but I know he answers my prayer. In the name of Jesus, he answers my prayer. So if you cannot see COVID, don't look to see him. Or him, we don't know if it's a him or a shim, but we know COVID is real. People, protect your family. Young people, wear masks when you go out. Avoid have social distances and avoid crowd. You know, somebody in Point this morning, I run in the market telling me that they lie down on the bed and they hear a party. I say, all wrong. All you have to do is to call anonymous. If you're afraid to call Point, call Superior. That Superior will call Point. So people still doing it. You understand? But I pray God that he keeps. And I want to say, you know, I have my mask. So when somebody come to me, I put on my mask. You have to have yours. And we have social distances. I'm not playing with it. So let us be strong. I'm locked on and listening. Don't mind the torture I went through this morning.
Miss New Village?
Yes, it has.
You know you're a worker for the Lord.
Listen, well, I always.
You know that?
Listen, Miss Everly, you wouldn't imagine. I'm a widow, and I just tell people God has really blessed me. For last week and this week, when the people come and I had to take from what I have to give, I just say a little you have with contentment could go more. When you hear people, a young lady come and she tell me, she say, what is happening? And she say, lady, I ain't had nothing. And God has blessed me to give. And I want to say, people, churches, the tithes that the people was paying, now is a time to take it out and meet your members. And don't tell them the other morning I put on the TV and hear a man saying, come to church and don't be afraid. Trust God. Take the tithes now and know the needy ones and reach out in love. I know there are churches in Point doing it. One of the church my sister visitors, and I know they are doing it, but everybody don't do it. Everybody want to get rich fast. But tithes and offering is for the upliftment of the church and to help those who are in need. And everybody what smile doesn't have, but they have a smile. So may God bless us. I want to listen. I ain't calling in again. I lost no more money. But thank God for my data. So if my data finish before the time now,
oh God, call me. I will fix it back for you. Call me. I will put it back for you.
I love you. So take care. And Sharon, you just continue doing your best. Yes. It's not easy. What evening is that I hear a young man ridicule women and talk about how they smell and how they what, and that young woman never stopped them on the air. This could have never happened if you was on. Have a nice morning.
Thank you very much. Not on my program. Jenny?
Yeah, Miss Felix. Miss Felix, I was compelled to read this post, and I want people to listen carefully because that is a reality what we have now. This is from Shivani Maharaj. There's nothing offensive. Shivani Maharaj would have written, honestly, I can't believe what I saw leaving work last night and tonight. People are liming in numbers, socializing outside the bars. Trinidadians, all for real. I am a frontline worker. My colleagues and myself are exhausted. We have been working for you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, continuously since February. Our systems are becoming overwhelmed. Our leave has been rescinded since the beginning of this pandemic. We are burned out. Our emergency staffs are getting ill. Nurses, doctors, our escorts. I plead and pledge with you, the public, my fellow Trinidadians, to be responsible and help us that we will continue to serve you. That is from a healthcare worker. Because I'm a labor person, I'm in touch with a lot of persons within the system. And those are the sentiments happening. They are trying, but they are tired also. And when they leave in work, they leave in their home and their family, fighting or there for some, when they see us very nonchalant with this situation and pretending or behaving as it doesn't exist, it is hurtful for them. They are Indian doctors, they are African doctors, Indian nurses. It's all races and they're working for Trinidad and Tobago. So when people like Ian Allen, Mohit, Khadija Amin, the opposition leader Farouk Khan, Dr. Tengopi Singh, and others make this a PNM and a political issue, your children, our children are feeling the brunt because it's our children and your children in the healthcare system. So this is a serious thing. So when you hear Nurse Saunders speak, or Nurse Edie Stewart speak, or Nurse Joseph speak, or Nurse Batiste speak, these are the people and the faces who are frontline, and they are tired. And it's very disheartening when they leave their homes or leave their shift in the night or in the morning to see people lying happy and normal while they out there fighting for us. We need to get real. They are human beings. They are not machines. They are human beings who have been working consistently since February, giving up their vacation, leaving their families at home, sleeping the little children, not knowing where they're going to meet. Thankful that we have a CMO and other professionals like Dr. Trotman and all the other specialized persons and a government who is willing to treat it information, empirical evidence, and to help and to make sure they have the things that needed. But they need our help too. People let us not fail them now. You remember sometime in March we came out and we clapped. We clap for our healthcare workers. We clap all about who beat them to show appreciation. What, have you all forgotten them? Have we forgotten them? Dr. Gopi saying, have you forgotten them? Khadija Amin, have you forgotten them? Vandana Mohit, have you forgotten them? This is not a PNM thing. It's not a UNC thing. It's not an Indian or African thing. It's a human situation. And it is frightening, as Ms. Felix would have said. It is frightening. What is so hard to put on a face mask? What is so hard to sanitize and self-distance? What is so hard if you feel you have the cold? You don't have to be sick. You could be sniffling and coughing. That you don't go out. Why you need to be in a party? So what is play music, home and dance? You're risking not only, you see, for risking all your life alone, me and mine, you know. But all you're risking innocent people who trying the best, all your little children, all your babies, all your grandmothers. Oh God, man, have a heart now. This is a healthcare professional speaking out as hundreds would have spoken out and continue to. They are feeling burnt out and stressed. Thank God that the Minister of Health has indicated that they are putting things in place so they could get relief. But this is reality. This is Siobhan Maharaj speaking, right? This is Siobhan Maharaj speaking, Ian Allen. Ian Allen, this is Siobhan Maharaj speaking, not Thomas, not John. Please, people, we all in this together. It is a frightening thing, but we cannot do it alone. The healthcare professionals cannot do it alone. The government cannot do it alone. Please, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jenny. And I don't know how again to say it. Maybe all you want to see tears in my eyes. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Sean. Morning.
Morning, tall man.
I'm alone, back a little bit. Sean, seriously, I want you to do one thing for me. I want to get a hand on the applause button to hit for Sharon, because what she have said this morning, she speaks like a true loving human being, a real activist. And I want you to give herself, or you give her applause to me with the applause button. I appreciate everything she said this morning on the video. I have to say. And yeah, I have to say. And Sharon, those see what all they have been doing lightly. I will give you a little experience. Someday you will hear the whole thing. You know? I'll sit down next year and talk the whole thing. You see, activists like yourself, I remember at one time, Sean, I was in church in Barta there, right? And Harvey Boris came to church that Sabbath. And he was a big figure. You know a big figure? A big figure. He sat down, he was dressed eloquent. And he sat down and they introduced him, Harvey Boris, wherever I think he was the counselor at that time, right? And I remember the first time I saw you when you was with, I think was Kaibat Alexander, when we had this thing with Mikey Khan and we was about the country now. And it dealt with you real brutal. And it's right, I sat down there, I said, boy, I could not imagine somebody could have hold all them knowledge in their head. And and I could not imagine one day I would have been like that. You understand? So those see what you are doing as likely. You are a great inspiration to a lot of people. And many other activists and many other talk shows on this station. I'll tell one day, I'll sit down next year and tell you everything about it. But anyhow, I heard somebody mention my mother. I wasn't listening. I was in and out of the vehicle in the market and so forth. my mother, something happened to she.
Puna, no, the husband, Stephen, not listening. What she's saying is that he out and all over the road, going out to play, and he had to understand that the virus lives for a certain amount of time on the surfaces. So when you're going to touch and you're not cleaning and cleansing yourself properly, you're going in to give Miss Tunapuna that. Remember, she's sitting there, she's not well.
Exactly. And he had to listen. You understand? Because this thing is, I have some people vexed me this morning because I dealt with them in a certain way. You understand? But they have to listen. Because this thing is no respect that person.
Sure,
but they
right.
have to listen. You understand? I just be my home. I just only do what is necessary when I have to come out. You understand? And I could go anywhere and do anything. People have invited me to things, so I'm not going. Just this week I had to send my worker because he put himself in a position where he's supposed to tell him go and check himself. You understand? You can't put people at risk. This thing is a very serious thing, and Sean, I won't take up much of your time. You have been doing a good job. And many like you. Some, maybe you have not, they doesn't recognize activists of what they will be contributing, but you have been doing a good job. And I like what you said this morning. You really touch man. So enjoy it. I'll look around listening.
Thank you very much, Tolman.
Yeah.
Tolman and have his 7 days, you know.
Yeah.
Tolman and have his 7 days Adventist.
Yeah, that's true.
Just keep the Lord's Sabbath.
Yeah. But we need that, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Paula, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Sean and Mr. I find, this is my opinion, I find that the government, Dr. Rowley, I find Trinidadians too lax, and I think it's time for Dr. Rowley to come in with the big stick. I am seriously sure. Like, I don't know, we have to move like Indian and probably lock down the whole country or put the country under curfew because people not listening. Another time also going on, you know the only time they were listening in this country is when they see the sources and the sources will be asking for people in the office to bring out their dead bodies outside to put it in the house or pile the dead bodies in the streets of Port of Spain for burning. It is that alone when they catch the cold, when they pronounce that there's burn your body. They can't
sure, right, it's you and you alone.
There's burn you and give the family the urine, right? People will listen. And what will happen is when the hospitals are under pressure, the hospital will start to use something called the triac system. You ever heard of it? That's everything.
Yes.
You know what the triac system is?
Yes.
Praise of God that we don't fall in that category when the health facilities start to get under pressure. That is when you bring your family and the doctor will send you home because it's mild. They will only treat the severe people. And pray that the mild wouldn't, and when they send you home, pray that the person who is mild won't turn severe. Because when they use the trial system, there are going to be a lot of sacrifices because certain cases will be top priority. Right? And pray that we don't want to come to that. When you reach the 1,000 mark, which we will reach the 1,000 mark, I am asking for the government, get your big stick and lock down the country. We have no choice because apparently people here are watching us listening. I am dead serious. If we come to that, what do we like it? But by next week, or in 2 days, when we reach the 1,000 mark, the 1,000 active cases, the government will have to act and lock down the country. Put it under curfew. Put the whole nation under because apparently people don't listen. And we have to start to use the trial system. I don't want it to come to that, but apparently when we start to see dead bodies pile up and start to burn people in the street of Port of Spain and the crematorium, then people will think, I'm sick and tired. And then these people like Mohit and them, these greenhorns who in this parliament as well, talking in the Facebook page and making stupid statements about GPNM and cover which PNM is karma. Ms. Mohit should be the last person to talk about karma. Ms. Expose. She should even be in parliament. But people in Chavancy voted for that. Because she's a hard-working mayor. I could probably say sponsors are hard-working people too, you know. But let me say nothing. But all they voted for that. People voted for that. And my daughters and them had to look up to these people as role models.
And call them honorable.
Yeah, Honorable. Miss Expose. I want to call your name. Call your name Expose.
Honorable member for Caroni East. Honorable member for St.
Honorable Expose, that's what I'm saying.
Honorable member for Caroni Central.
But I can't take right now.
Big question marks over the head.
I just hope Miss Pinapone is okay. Stay safe. And if the symptoms persist, I think she needs to, so she knows what to do. Right?
All right.
Miss Sharon, just keep her best on her now, right?
Sharon,
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
And this COVID-19 thing, well frightening.
It is.
And then people making joke
and fun of it.
Yeah, and talking about karma. And at this point in time where our nation, right, have to be very, very careful in how we conduct our affairs where concerned COVID-19 is. And as the caller just said, probably people will have caused it on themselves, where the government will have to where the Prime Minister have to bring out the big stick.
Something had to happen because they're certainly not listening.
We reach 700 and something cases, and if we reach 1,000, and then after we know the capacity for in the hospitals, the centers that we have, we will be treating patients, and if we can reach a stage where it's getting out of control, right, we will have to, because we see countries right now, some countries have curfew where this COVID-19 is concerned. Some countries have 9-hour curfew imposed, some countries are 12 hours, right? And we even see where the Prime Minister of Grenada, Mitchell, is begging his people to take heed and follow the instruction, wear their masks, come out when it's necessary, do congregate in linemen and all these different things, and we here have to take that measures too, and we had also appeal to even bar owners, right? Bar owners, because sometimes they might want to say they're assisting 2 or 3 customers, and sometimes these 2 or 3 customers you're assisting, putting your own life at risk, putting your family life at risk, putting your workers' life at risk. So we have to be careful, we have to take heed, right? No in-house dining, no in-house drinking, right?
You have to follow the
instructions. And then after we see some bar owners, because if you go in there, they might not have in-house dining, but they will have 1 or 2 people playing their spot machine and all these different things. It's the take and go. So we don't want to reach in a stage where we and that's it, and it's heading to, I don't see we headed to a stage of total lockdown. We will go back to where only essential place, agencies will open, and like groceries and drugstores. Because I see that, and then we must also take into consideration what the Prime Minister said, because if we go into this stage of a lockdown, it will not be the one as before, right? Because they had to take money somewhere to keep the economy floating, right? And if we go into a second total lockdown, it will be worse. And what I see here, because if you listen to the what came out of the United States Congress yesterday, where the government the Congress has passed something like $25 billion, because they have the election coming up in November, and they are now posting the ballot paper home for you to vote, right? And at this stage it reached too, so which means you vote home and they go back to the mails again. So it's not like different where they're trying to keep the people away from coming out to go and vote out of the system.
Let me take a call. Mano?
Morning, Sharon. Morning, Mr. Wendell.
Morning.
Morning, the train to Vigo. Well, people who had me hear me for a little while, I'm not the weather a little bit, but I'm taking it.
What
and I have a little help that can move around. So I still do what I could do for myself. And who could help, I'm trying to anyway. Because you never know what could tell tomorrow. So, so to be a friend to Vigo, listen, this is not a joke we're going through here. There are some people who don't even know who's the Minister of National Security this month because he's not even listening to radio. Everything is a Facebook and a joke and a fatigue and a laugh and a gill. There are people who are not even thinking about helping somebody, not even thinking about finding if the neighbor have a glass of water. Because listen, love your neighbor as you love yourself. You didn't say your neighbor didn't love you. Don't love your neighbor. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. When I say good morning to your village, good morning to everybody. The whole of Tobago, good morning, people of Bonnet Gardens and Mount Hope, good morning. Listen, love is the answer. Help somebody if you could. I say morning to my brother, Kyron Wilson, that helped me this morning with a little grass in the yard. And so, listen, that kind of beautiful thing. People help somebody this morning. Do something. Take some food for somebody. Do something. Love is the answer. If everybody love everybody, we would not be sick. And I think we should cut off half of this flurry business because people buy flurry machines, they talk in there, no gas, no mask, and they're doing all kind of things. Like it's a carefree business. Anyway, love is the answer. Pastor said good morning, 12:85. Salman and everybody, everybody. Miss Claudette in Florida, good morning. Love is the answer. Go on.
Angie?
Hi, good morning to you, Miss Sharon.
Morning.
To Wendell and to everyone else. Miss Sharon,
yes.
When you have, and I'm not talking about youth, when you have people almost hitting the 40 and balancing, read between the lines, and telling you, but the party was ram out last night. Notice the word I say balancing, so know what I mean. The party was ram out last night, and the police come and stop with 2 o'clock, and we went back as the police gone, and we finished 6 o'clock, right? Living in a closed 2-bedroom with about 10 people in it. Elderly people inside of here. What can you expect to happen? Miss Sharon, a big man, a grown man watched me the other day and tell me the government exaggerating by having us wear these masks. I said, how could you say that? You know what he said to me? I said, so you're not singing foreign news here? So, yes, but that is outside, that is not here. So you're going to wait till you see bodies dropping in the street? And, well, yes, because me I see nobody dropping in the street. I said, you wait, so you will wait until you see that. And that then start to wear your mask. So when you hear people doing these kind of foolishness and talking these kind of foolishness, the thing going, how it going, man, the only sad thing about it is they will do the crap and innocent people will pay for it. Something wrong with me. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Angie. All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, I have a couple of things to put up for you, and I'm just saying we have to be our brothers and sisters keepers at this time. This is not the time for you to play no hero. That virus do not care about anybody, whether you're PNM, you're East Indian, whether you're whatever, you're rich or you're poor, it has no distinction. 381. Good morning.
Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Mr. Eversley.
Good morning. Mr. Archer, hold on for me. Good morning, caller. Go ahead.
Yes, Sharon, I want to make a very, very, very important point, right? We don't have to put up with it, right? But it has to do with the COVID, which is the water situation, right? Now, what happened is, Sharon, right now, I got a call, right? And even last night, I got a call, right? And what the people is saying now, this is in Talparo. What the people are saying, Sharon, is that since the election done, right, they have no water at all in the communities, right? And last night when I come down here now, we already have our own water system here, right? A booster system, we dug our own well, and there's a tank that distributes the water now. When I come down, I hear in the pump working, I hear water going into the tank. Lo and behold, I got this call a while ago saying that since the election done, they get no water in the area. Now, which means the booster pump, everything is working. We all know that during the election and before, there's a problem now with the Tonko people. And they are speaking about this. So I want to call on the Public Utilities Minister, right? The new minister. This is a serious problem we have in Trinidad and Tobago. We all know there's a water problem, it's true, but there are areas showing that the Tonko man is not turning on the water because you know what they're saying that
some of the areas that not getting the water is PNM, and that is wrong. Sharon, this has to be addressed immediately. Thank you for taking my call, Sharon.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mr. Archer?
Good morning, Royal Highness.
Good morning, sir. I am good.
General Eversley.
Good morning.
Eversley.
How are you this morning?
So far, so good. Following the instructions.
Instruction all the time. Eversley, you are a man. Let me tell you something. Anyhow, I'm not better tell you. Let me come back to me to be good thing. Sharon and Mr. Eversley. When people look at the campaign that's gone, when the young people look and see what was taking place with the opposition, not a single soul on the platform with a man. You were noticing that?
Yes.
Not a single soul had on a man. And then people sit down and listen to some nonsense that people saying that this coronavirus is not real. And some saying that the government knew that we have so much and so much coronavirus in Trinidad and Tobago, and they was hiding it during the time of the election. I want to tell them something. We have a team, Trinidad and Tobago have a team that other bigger countries, superpower countries, jealous of. And they have to understand that. And let me tell you something. If you want things to sell quick in Trinidad, I repeat, if you want things to sell quick, you make it in Trinidad, just mark the USA on it. Just mark a USA on it. And you'll see how fast it will sell. Even if your bread ain't selling, just tell them the bread was baked in America and you'll see people run to buy it. That's how foolish we are. We're looking at outside people who are looking at us. They're jealous the system that we have. But we know, some of we sitting down here looking at them and say they're better off than us. So let me tell you something. I could never live in the United States of America. I left here in 1980 with everything to live in America. And Sharon, when I go in America and I look at the place, you know, I tell one of my brother-in-law, me I come in Norway, where I was a king, to become a butler. A lot of people running to go in America and taking the styles of America, and we way in advance. I'm telling you, our health care, we have to pay. You get everything free. When you're in America, you have to pay for every single thing. And I was calling on the opposition people, and they have one on Facebook that my grandson showed me that kick out PNM or something. Or keep out PNM or something. The nonsense that that person putting on Facebook. I don't know if he or she feel that when Corona comes, it's for one set of people, whether East Indian or African or PNM or UNC. But I'm telling them, all of us exposed. Sharon and Mr. Eversley, I want to just change a little. We have an individual, the Minister of Roof in Tobago here, getting mad. The man going crazy. The man is going on. Mr. Eversley, there's your partner. Mr. Eversley, answer me, say yes. Mr. Eversley?
Yes.
That gentleman was your partner. You walk with him.
Yeah,
the man crazy like a bat.
Mr. Archer, what you say is the Minister of Roof?
Minister of Roof.
And we have Minister of Appliance, we have Minister of Roof.
The man gone crazy into me. When I'm telling you something. So when I told you before the general election, when I told you that TNM will win the vote, I'm telling you something. If that Minister of Roof put back himself to go back as a candidate for the Tobago House of Assembly, he lost his deposit. I'm done with you. I repeat, if that Minister of Roof put back himself to go back, because the man real balls up his deputy political leader, cut up Farley because Farley apologized. He's saying that he could talk for himself. And I calling on all the
And I calling Fali and he answering the phone at all.
Fali shame. Well, let me put it to big way. Fali shame like a dog.
And Mr. Archer?
Yeah.
And the Asoka artist suing them for using his song and the name and thing.
The man so out of place, the Marshall Montano, and them say that too. He say that too, and all kind of stupid.
So Mr. Archer,
Right?
is he what? Minister what?
Roof. Minister of Roof. Dotish man. Let me tell you something. Last but not least, Tobagonians are more politically schooled than Trinidadian, Mr. Evans. After you pass through Mr. Robinson, and you pass through Mr. Obi London, you are well politically schooled. And nobody can come and talk foolishness, keep on talking foolishness and get away with it. You get away with it once, you can't get away with it again. And I'm telling you again, Mr. Duke, I calling your name, Mr. Duke, be careful how you're going about things. You're calling the young ladies and them name and say they dirty and stink and all kind of things. You're telling people all kind of things. You talk all kind of things about Cunningham. Cunningham have no house and all kind of things. As people talk something about you, you're going and say you're going and sue them. But Minister of Roof, be careful. Be careful.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago on the world by extension.
Minister,
and we have Minister of Appliance here in Lockett El Paro.
And Minister
of Appliance and the Minister of
Dustbin?
No, Dustbin is Sawabat area.
Dustbin is Sawabat?
Yes. For St. Joseph, the one who the minister thought he win.
But
the minister thought he win.
I thought the minister put out tenant.
Put out tenant, all that. All that. But I want to say something. I seen somebody named Timothy Roberts, who I know very well, on my Facebook page, want to cuss the PNM. No, me, I don't have no problem with that. Hear what he say. Everything everything PNM do, they do it correct. They never do anything wrong. Selling out the state assets is a good thing. Lies and more lies is okay. But you need to tell us what state assets it is that the PNM government sell out. Talk to us. No accountability for spending is okay. Arrogance like that is okay. People have no rights to question or hold them responsible for the actions. They run to the show. They are the bosses. Everybody else just shut up. Great is the PNM, great is the PNM is the mantra for the blind loyalists. I want to tell Mr. Timothy Roberts what you should have put here on the Facebook for us this morning. Tell me, who is the man whose wife left him and he went and tried to hang himself and drink poison? And what was the purpose for that? And then blame the PNM too for that. Blame the PNM for that. When you tell she you're going and sell fish, you was going and sell something else, must be catfish. You didn't tell she what kind of fish you was going and selling. No. But Mr. Roberts, you Timothy Roberts, tell us if the PNM did cause that to happen to that individual, that when the woman leave him, you try to hang yourself or drink the thing what it is called, the sweet juice. You, Timothy, tell me what is the purpose for that. But you're coming on my page to come to interfere with me. All you don't interfere with me. I tell all you, I have a brain side calabash that is whole. And I doesn't forget. You're on the wrong page, Timothy Roberts. Go on Kamla Prasad Visesa page and ask all those questions to her. Ask her why she lied to the population too. Ask her about all the assets that she sell out. And then come back and talk to us. You're on the wrong page. It's Sunday. Go and help your wife cook your food. Or did you give her the fish money that you sell? Tell her that. Wrong page. Don't interfere with me. I have plenty holding all that. I tell all them my life is an open book. Everybody know about me. But all they just want to hide. So you're getting down in age and you feel people forget? Tell us about that. We want to find out. You know anything about that, Mr. Timothy Roberts? Go right back and tell me and answer me. Wrong person. Don't interfere with me. Don't interfere with me. All right. What you talking about, arrogance? Don't interfere with me. And let me tell you something. The PNM is what hired alive today. Because if the UNC was in office, all of we dead. So you're coming to ask question? The mantra is greatest to be alive. Damn fool. We're going to a break. We'll be back.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Finally, a line of baking products that caters for the gluten-free, cholesterol-free, egg-free, and dairy-free person, enriched with sesame, flax meal, and chia seeds. Also try our line of seasonings and spices that are ideal for diabetic, kidney, heart, colon, and hypertensive persons. Perfect for the whole family. Healthy O, the healthier way to go. Find it in a supermarket near you.
Hi, good day, people. This is your nutritional educator here. As you know, the whole thing is about educating people. So, you see, when you're educated, you can make better choices when coming to your health and your wellness. And this is what we're about here at Natural Solution Education. That's the first premise of a doctor. That's what it means, is to educate people so they can make better choices. Now, today what we want to show you, we spoke about having what we call our central immune protectors and immune enhancers. This is what we're going to be sharing with you today. Right? Now, we're going to start by the OxyLife. You've heard us mention this already. Now, the OxyLife is your hydrogen peroxide, and like I said before, the senior people will be quite familiar with this because this is used, as you can see here on the chart, for a number of things. Now, primarily what we're using this for is to disinfect the system. This sits on the same periodic table as bleach. What do I mean? The same ability that bleach will have to kill all viruses, bacteria, antifungal, etc. is the same protection I get with this, but of course the human body can handle this. Now with this, you're taking 3 drops 3 times a day, and this will release and expand oxygen in the system. And as we know, once oxygen in the system, body is able to heal. The medical fraternity always knew that. The thing is, the challenge is to have oxygen stable enough in a particular area in enough time to cause change. What we have is the OxyLife that will do a good job in that area. And there's a range of issues here. And by the way, this will protect you from a number of things, especially those of you suffering respiratory problems. Here we have what we call the liquid chlorophyll. Now, chlorophyll is one of my favorites because this has the ability to cleanse and detoxify the blood. Under a microscope, guys, this looks the identical way to the human blood and even the platelets, because the difference is this has magnesium at its base, and of course our cells have iron at its base in its core, but it's the same thing, meaning that this will be able to help to build the blood. For those of you who have low blood count and issues in blood, this is excellent for building blood and detoxifying the body. I promise you guys, if you take this for 3 months straight, it will deodorize your body to the point where you would experience no morning breath, you will sweat but you will get no scent, and most importantly, as I tell persons and they laugh sometimes, you will use this and you will defecate and there will be no scent, completely deodorizing the system. Of course, you know about our Super Silver, has become very, very famous. And I do have to mention about this much because people know the benefits of silver. As a matter of fact, silver was what they used before the advent of antibiotics. This is nature's antibiotic, people. It will kill those bacteria, those microorganisms or pathogens we call them, without harming the immune system. So this is big time. And this is something that every household should have. You should have this in your medicine cabinet. We're talking about functional medicine here, that you can reach for this if your child is scraped, they have a bruise, a cut, what have you. If you take this, you take it about 1 tablespoon 2 or 3 times a day, depending on the size of the individual, and this will protect you even in this time where we have viruses going around. So this is your silver, super silver. Let's talk very quickly about these minerals. Now, we refer to this as Ormus minerals, and if you go online, you will see a lot about the power of these Ormus minerals. Now, Minerals are important, as we know. We take in vitamin C, we take in fruits and vegetables, but unless you have certain minerals, the body will not be able to synthesize, it will not be able to metabolize and utilize vitamins the way it should be. Alright? So this is important. So again, we have our minerals, and by the way, this includes essential minerals as well. Here we have, this is our little hand sanitizer referred to as silver gel. And once the light hits this, the color will change, okay? And that's because it's showing these silver particles in here. You can use it as a hand sanitizer for cuts and bruises, etc. I want to share this with you in this short video. Our muscadine, I spoke about this. We had literally thousands of testimonies with this powerful product before, but it was out of circulation. So we are so happy to have this now at a time that people need this. The benefits of muscadine is that it has over 100 antioxidants. Some of them are classified as proanthocyanins and some are anthocyanins. To cut a long story short, these things have different functions in the body. Diabetes, circulation, heart disease, a variety of things you can use this for, as well as protection. So we want to leave you now a natural solution. We'll see in another video soon to educate you as we do our educational drive. Alright? Blessings.
To tell you,
good day, people.
Don't come up here to interfere with me when I say I'm doing my program. If you don't like what you're hearing, find another station and you could go there and be comfortable. Because I don't interfere with nobody else's program. I don't interfere. Let me just tell you something. You see, these set of East Indian people who feel that they could come up to denigrate the PNM and denigrate the African man and wherever. I'm not accepting that from anybody. So if Don Miguel Road, where you see your house is, you ain't had no respect for it, don't come in my house to disrespect my house. You hear what I'm saying? And I'm letting you know that. The PNM wasn't responsible for you lying to the woman to tell she you're going and sell fish and this time you're selling something else. And cause she to leave you for you to do all kind of harm to yourself. So you're so upset with the PNM. The PNM didn't tell you to rope down your neck and to drink nothing. You wasn't supposed to go down in your body. What is supposed to throw on weed to kill you drinking it? The PNM didn't tell you that. So let me tell you something. When all I want to find out anything, call me and ask me. Don't put it up on the page and all show all you don't know what it is. Call me and ask me. So you Mr. Timothy Roberts, know your place. That's what I'm telling you. Know your place. Right.
So we selling the fish?
Yeah. Selling the fish all over the market, all over the place. But sometimes he ain't going in the market and nobody. He said going in people's place and must be selling the fish. Look. Senor, let me start up the videos. Only leave me alone, please. Leave me alone. Right. When I could answer, you know. One thing I have is good memory. I just remember good.
I like how you say selling catfish.
Catfish all over the place. And you know the catfish are whiskers?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she must be fine. I didn't tell you to get the wrong timing. Is you at the wrong timing. You should not leave where I was that early because I'll never go and catch it anyhow. Let me move on. Breathe. So Trinidad and Tobago, we have the APT James to show you that is coming in. We have the Titans video to show you, and I got permission from Miss Bernadine to show you the video. Right? Were you laughing at? Put you out the studio, though? Don't interfere with me. All over the place. Right. And let me say good afternoon. No, good afternoon to all our listeners, viewers on the street. Let me tell you, the 243 on YouTube and the 419 on Facebook. Guys, you need to share the live. You cannot be greedy and be selfish. You need to share the live and let people know what's happening.
But you know what? Let's try the matter, say.
What?
You're fishing in the hairy bank.
Look, I don't know nothing about that. Senor? One. Right, so, guys, the successful launch, one of the world's largest aluminum boats, APT James is coming. It's coming, Trinidad and Tobago. It's coming. So I'm showing you a little video. See it. And This is what the government of Trinidad and Tobago is doing for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. We have one of our own vessels coming. And like how they did sell the next way, but they sell this panorama and somebody find it somewhere in our next place and showing we are doing cruise ship all over the place. So people, this is what, you need to log on to the Street 919 FM and see what I'm showing you.
See this beautiful boat.
Beautiful boat. And or you go to the YouTube, Street live stream and see us. So people up the numbers, we were just 5 something, come bring it to 1300, you know, let's go there. Come on. And then you have to log on because I'm going to show you. I have permission to show you the ladies' home, the lady home, where we want to help.
This is, people want to forget where they write the letter to the Australian
government. To the
government.
Australian government to stop.
To stop.
Yeah. These people, all they're writing to cause sanction on we, all they're writing to stop this. Every minute they only writing. You cannot stop water from flowing in a river. Where would you block it off? It must find a way to, I know when you block it off, it does undermine and go somewhere else. So come on. This is the APT James. We're getting ready for it. It's coming to Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder how far it is now.
So beautiful.
You didn't see it? APT James.
And you see it coming out from the deck there. Where there was building it, the shipping yard.
There's the shipyard.
Yeah, where they're building it.
Nice, looking
beautiful.
good.
And it is
looking good.
And it's in our national colors.
Colors, man. Red, white,
and black.
And you go hear them. Do you know who's APT James?
Well, see, you have to do and do the research. APT James is someone who plays a very important role in Tobago.
They don't know. They know.
Yeah, you have to tell them who he is.
Alfonso Filbert Trophilus, Fargo James, 1908 to 7, January 1962. Born in Black Rock, Tobago, was a Trinidad and Tobago politician. He was elected to the Legislative Council in 1946. He served in the Legislative Council until 1961, when he was defeated by A.N.R. Robinson. People, if you don't know. Yeah?
Look at that boat.
Look at that boat. Look at that thing.
How beautiful it is. And this add to the the one that we have.
You see how they carry? You see how they're bringing it?
Yes.
Look how they. So what pulling it under there? What's that?
The special machine.
Some machine?
Yeah.
Or is it these crane things? So they're bringing it to put it on the water. You see that?
Yeah.
Technology, eh? Technology. My gosh. Trinidad and Tobago, log on to the Street 919 FM. Or you can go to Street 919, Street live stream. 311 to 5 604. APT James, here we come to Trinidad and Tobago. Excellent. Excellent. And that's what they wanted to stop. We mustn't have nothing good. Just like how they run sandals from Tobago. Run sandals. But God is alive. He ain't sleeping. Migo? Tell Migo, give me the second one. So, guys, I showed you the APT James, and it's on the waters. On the waters coming to Trinidad and Tobago. We'll be here shortly, don't worry. So, guys, I'm just going to share with you what Titans of Democracy, I promise you, I'm sharing with you all the process in which we did the hamper drive for the earlier part of the COVID-19. And we want to continue to thank all the persons who would have sponsored by way of foodstuff, who would have donated money and so on. We want to thank all of you, and I always say one day I would have played it, so the technology is here.
Look at it, the butterfly,
look at
butterfly milk, the onion, the flour, the red beans, the black eye, lentil, macaroni, sugar,
flour,
happy Swiss breeze, and you see them in bulks, and the kegs of Then you have the oil.
And watch the bags.
And
so you see, it was a factory.
And not only that too, the workers, you see, they're well masked up while they're doing the bargains, the packing. And
I really have
well
to,
neat.
yeah, I really have to thank
well
the
neat.
team. You know, you see Jakey there? Jakey
Yeah.
was the supervisor.
But not only that too, you could see where you have the plastic bags and you have the machinery that when you put in, I don't know, you're measuring the rice, if it's 5
We
pounds.
weighed off
weighing it,
we
yes.
had a measurement.
Yeah.
had a
And look how
measurement.
lovely the bags are. And you have the workers here. You have Bruce Wade working very hard.
Angie, look,
Yes.
Isabella.
That's Angie there.
This is Isabella. That's village wife. This is Angie here. Look, Angie here. That's my big son there down to the end.
Look at the
That's
work.
my stepson here, Jabari. My daughter-in-law there.
And what's the name of the bag?
Titans of Democracy.
And it's blue.
It had different colors.
Different
We had
colours.
blue, purple, red,
Yeah.
green, orange.
They had the corned beef, the peas and the tins too.
So the people, this is
Peanut
what
butter,
we
cheese.
did, everything.
That's very nice one.
And listen, and they had, these are the bags that went to Tobago was more packed, you know.
And look
My
at
husband liked to show off so much
Look
now.
at
As
the
he from
delivery.
Tobago.
Yes, look at the delivery.
As he from Tobago now, he went and buy extra thing for Tobago bag, you know. The bag and them was so heavy, we had to be careful before they burst. You know, so Stally, everybody, it was nice. It was really nice. You get your bottle of detergent.
Yes, I
This
seen
washing
it. They
detergent.
giving them- yes,
You see
brilliant, yes.
Isaiah and all packing bag on the van.
But the van pack.
We're going to deliver. So here we were heading to Arima. We went to Arima. We went to Sandy Grande. We went to somewhere else, St. Augustine.
Tunapuna.
It's somewhere between Tunapuna and St. Augustine. We went to La Hocketa.
People receiving the
Mhm,
that's nice. And they went to the home to be delivered.
Yep.
Yes. So when they receive the bag of food stuff, they get a bottle of
A bottle of either
detergent.
squeezy or laundry detergent. One or.
One or
Now, guys, what we're showing you here now, this video, is at the home of the lady in Maruga. This is the video of the house that the lady is in. And people, if your heart is not as good as mine and it's real, you have a real tender heart, you're going to cry like hell. I did when I saw it. Right? This is where the lady is.
Where she live.
Where she's living. When the rain falls, there's water in the living room. And as the daughter walking through all the water in the house. Everything they have to put on brick on a height so that, you know, because she said she lost a lot of things. So I'm just showing you what. This is not a lie. This is not a hoax. This lady needs real help. The roof is terrible. So what she said to me is that within the time working, she took a little loan and she bought some material and so on, and then she came and get ill. So she started to the back of the house. So this is where she's at this time because the other part is not covered or anything. Yeah? Next one, Migo. Right, so he bringing on the next one for you. So you will see, this is the door of the house, guys. And then you will see the roof. This is the roof. You see it. It's not any makeup thing. This is the roof. Guys, it's really terrible. This is her there. See the foot there?
Yeah.
So Trinidad and Tobago, this I showed you so you could understand exactly what. So this last video, guys, you need to share the live so you can understand exactly what you're talking about. She gave me permission so that I can show it to you so you can understand. Yes, Steve Henry, the new part of the house must be higher than the road level. It is. As I was told, as I said to you yesterday, I sent someone to look at. On Tuesday, please God, we will be going down. And yes, they said the part that she was fixing, it's higher than there. So it would be a little more manageable for them. And it's not hard to access, it's easy accessible as I was told. So we're going to be doing something. I could feel this in my heart. I'm doing this because here now I want to do it.
Touching.
It's touching. We are very careless with our lives. And we continue not to be helpful in some of the ways. And we don't have any, how should I put it? We are not responsible sometimes. And we have COVID going on at this time and these people in this situation. And her 11-year-old daughter, yeah? She have no life. She have to see about mommy. So I am taking this as a project from my heart. And I have asked the National Women's League of the PNM, and they are ready to go. They have joined with me. I ain't even tell the chairman, because I know she's busy, but she have capable officers. We're going and do this. We're going and do this, trust me. Caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ms. Shawn.
Good afternoon.
I'm a Adam caller from Supaya. I just wanted God to keep on blessing you and the station and to continue doing the work that you're doing. I was one of the recipients of your hampers.
Excellent.
And thankful to the work that you have done. You and Mr. Eversley, morning to Mr. Eversley.
Good afternoon.
Continue the good work, Mr. Eversley. And God praise the Mr. Rowley and his new government, that they will continue to do good for us. And you, Ms. Sharon, you and the station, always keep good. And God bless you and your family for the work that you do.
Thank you very much.
Okay, keep good.
And I'm saying to people, we mustn't be selfish. We mustn't always, because you have something, you hold it. We must learn to share sometimes. And sharing is the key. Because I always tell my son, I say, what you don't want and make style to eat and thing. There are other people who need it in abundance. Don't make style. We must learn to share. Mr. Chance?
Good afternoon, Ms. Felix. Good afternoon,
Mr.
Wendell.
Chance.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chan.
Yes,
How are you?
I've been listening and, taking in the program. Very nice, as per usual. Your calming voice and Wendell giving support as well. But I just want to join the discussion and to say that is when I looked at the video this afternoon, I recognize how critical a role that the Titans of Democracy is playing under your leadership in providing assistance to Trinidad and Tobago. As you said, that is part of the genesis of the organization to help, and I want to compliment you as well. But I thought I wanted to make a comment on the matter of being very conscious about this faceless, invisible, deadly virus that is in Trinidad and Tobago and the world at this time. I want to read an extract from Mr. Jonathan Smith, who is an epidemiologist out of Yale University Public Health. I have heard Dr. Hines and indeed my Minister of Health say it, but it caught my attention this morning when I read part of this extract. And I'm going to read it so that we'll understand how very serious this virus is. It has been said by our scientists here, but I want to read it so that it will register again as it did with me. And here this point. While social distancing reduces contact with members of the society, it increases your contacts with family members and close friends. Are you hearing me, people? while social distancing reduces contact with members of the society, it increases your contacts with family members and close friends. You should perceive your entire family to function as a single unit. You should perceive your entire family to function as a single unit. If one person puts themselves at risk, everyone in the family is at risk. I'm saying that again. If one person puts themselves at risk, everyone in the family is at risk. If your son visits his girlfriend and you later have coffee with a neighbor, your neighbor is now connected to the office worker that your son's girlfriend mother shook hands with. This sounds silly. It is not. It is true. We epidemiologists see this on a regular basis in the data provided. This virus is unforgiving outside of the rules. A very important message for each and every one of us, so that while we practice the social distancing for the society, it obtains in the family. So that it's a family affair as well. So you may very well do everything right, but you may have a son, a daughter, a nephew, a niece, a family member who would have shook hands with somebody somewhere sometime. And that is the connecting point to your family. And that is why this virus is so dangerous. And that is why we refer to it as a vaccine that is needed in this country, in the world rather, because it is so dangerous. I thought I would draw this to the attention that while social distances protect you from the society, you have to put special measures in place when it comes to the family unit. Everybody in the family must function as one. If one person breaks it, no matter what you do, it could impact and it affect the entire family. Thank you for the time, Ms. Judy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chance. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to pledge $300 to the worthy cause of that lady I saw just now on the phone.
Okay, I want you to call Angie.
Yes. What is her number?
787
787
1571.
1571.
And you'll give her all the information.
Yes.
And then we'll take it from there.
All right then.
But after Tuesday, when I visit, I'll be able to talk to you all a little more better.
Yes, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, my
Right.
dear.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem. You know what I remind me of, Wendell? The young man who, in the SCA project that we did, who lost his mother and he wrote the composition on her. And we promised to help. So I have collected some money. I have some money tied up on Hideaway that I've collected in order to help. Because after we had a caucus, and some persons who decided to buy book bag and sneakers and so on, and we said we would help a little more to see how much the books come up to, and we would try and get the uniform and everything, because, you know. And then there was somebody else who called me, one of the other students who called me, the mother. So they had to call me back, and that would be my kind of contribution to do what I have to do for them. But this is more immediate to us at this time, because this lady needs help. If she has to walk in that water, that means the foot wouldn't heal. And then we don't know mosquito and all of that. And remember, we have a virus going around.
And then they say she have an 11-year-old daughter.
An 11-year-old daughter who has her life is on hold because she had to see about her mother own, which is no problem. But she's 17 years. 17 years. 17-year-old. A 17-year-old, active 17-year-old all this time, they will, you know, they have little things that they want to do and so on. She is hold on to mommy to see about mommy at home, you know. Caller, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Ms. Felix and Mr. Eversley.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Watch the Fisa Karma. Dr. Rowley remains the Prime Minister and will be there to open the Skinner Park, receive the boats, and all the projects that...
And make sure the project's complete.
Yes, she would have falsely claimed it, just like how they just turned the South to the Point Porter Hospital.
And left it.
And all the other places where they just mamagai people to make them feel there's some form of development. This Fisa Karma showing it that Dr. Rowley supposed to be the one and is the one that will be opening most of these projects. Do you hear me, Phil?
I hear.
I don't know if you saw the remark from Mr. Tim Gopi Singh too. When he first went into the hospital, he praised the excellent service.
He did.
Right? So the two tongues, they talk out of the two sides of the mouth. Because somehow they realize the supporters don't pay attention to issues. It's more how you look and the size and shape of you. Right? But I want to know, to all the people who saying this thing is a hoax, if AIDS is a hoax, if smallpox is a hoax, you understand? If chikungunya was a hoax. Right? And even in normal times, there were times when people put on masks. Because if you're in a can, somebody sneeze, you would catch the cold. That is not no idle remark. If you're close to somebody or somebody come over the flu in your house, there's a good chance you could get it. So why it is with this virus? That can happen. So don't pay attention to all these fools. You have to call them fools who telling you because you're happening. You see, if you don't believe it's a hoax, what about your children and your family and all others home by you? Ensure that they do the right things at least now, boy. Because you're still in guarantee, you're still unsure what you're talking is the truth. Be on the side of caution.
True.
And everything will be all right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So, Trinidad and Tobago, I think Massachusetts?
Good morning, gorgeous. How you doing?
Good, and it's afternoon. You sleep late.
I've been running around looking for things to fight this COVID thing.
Oh, God.
And now come back in the house here. Mr. Eversley.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I good here now. I call in from the mountains in Massachusetts. I am not by Miss Gale, eh? So don't blame me for being in Boston. You understand?
Well, Boston home.
All right.
Boston home in Trinidad.
You see what I mean? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
You know, Miss Felix.
Yes, sir.
When you did this story as you concluded Friday's program, I was surprised to see tears running down my cheeks, you know.
You were surprised? I fight to hold it up.
And this video now. It well touching.
Now that I see, and I was feeling good when I see the ferry, yeah? But then when I see the video of this lady boy,
touching.
Oh God, my heart sink. So I have a challenge. I mean to say it's just maybe half an hour for the show to finish. I have a challenge for your audience. I like to make a small donation, only $100 US, to go to this lady. Now, if you could raise at least $5,000 US before the show finish,
I don't.
I can make it at $300 US.
I don't. I will do that, Massachusetts. Don't do me that today.
So if
is that challenge?
if you don't raise $5,000 US by the end of the show, I only send in $100 US.
Oh God!
If you could hit that $5,000 US before the show end,
Massachusetts are good, but oh God, I know if I'm so good. I know if I'm that good, boy. Oh God. I'm good, but I know if I'm that good.
You say you don't know. You didn't say you're not that. You say you don't know. And I know that people out there want to empty my pockets because every time I say it, the next thing I know, I have to.
All right,
but before I go, I'm trying to pull up something real quick because I want to share
for adult because since we're trying to but it has something I want to call it. You're real bad boy. Wait till the thing is coming up. They're gonna pick up all your spirits. All right. Let me
You have to give me a chance to go on Saturday to do the thing. You can't play nothing now. You have to play that tomorrow.
Well, the longer I stay on, the less chance I have
Right,
to put money.
so no.
The money
We
had a
gone.
cut.
We're going to be at a cut, right? You will play that for me tomorrow. Don't try that. Yes, be smart. Don't try that. Call me back. Because calls coming in and I can't take it.
So here now.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you have every time you take a call, when you hang up, give out the numbers.
All right.
Give out one number every time somebody called to make a donation.
Right.
You hang up from that person, make the call out. Call out.
Massachusetts, can you come off the phone? Come off the phone, please. Right. Goodbye.
Right. Bye.
Hello?
Yes, caller. Good morning. Good afternoon, sorry.
I pledged in $500.
Okay, here what to do for me. Call 788. Oh, God, I ain't have no pen. You have a pen? 788. No, 787. Oh, gosh, 1571. Let me take her number. I'll give you the number.
7.
You're the 642 lady?
Yeah.
All right, sure. I'll take your number. No problem.
787-1571. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
She paid 500.
Caller, good morning.
Good afternoon.
Oh God, sorry. Good afternoon, Lord Father.
I'm Randall.
Good afternoon.
You know what I would like the government to do? If they could make some new laws that when you see this go into Parliament and they have the 2/5 and the 3/5 part and opposition objecting to it, that they could have some law.
Hello? Caller, don't call me to keep me back now trying to raise some money. Tell me quick. Are you donating? Tell me because Massachusetts pocket is starting to cry. I want to cry.
I didn't know you're donating money.
Hold on.
Right now I have. Hello, Sharon?
Wait, hold on, mommy. Call us. So tell me quick.
Jordan.
Right. Okay, no problem.
How will I get it on to you?
We will call you.
Okay then, thank you. Okay then, bye-bye.
5647. Yes, mommy.
Good day to you, Sharon Philip.
Diego Martin West have plenty money, so ask them to make a pledge, please.
Well, right now I will try to do that for you because I in Tobago. I'm looking for my own pledge. You know, it's my lunch today, popcorn and vodka.
Goodbye.
Have a good one.
All right. Caller, overseas line, good afternoon.
Good morning, Sharon.
Gemma Wallace.
Oh, God. Yes, me.
All right,
You
you'll
know
call.
when I call.
You will call me.
You know when I call, right?
Of course.
All right. Okay, darling, I'll call you. Mommy Sauce.
Good afternoon to you.
Afternoon.
Wendell, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you going, Wendell?
Popcorn and vodka.
All right, wonderful. I want to, you see...
Hey, wait. Eastland, Nottingham, is it 5,000 US she's saying?
They're 5,000
Wait,
PT.
no, she's saying 5,000 US. She asking the question? Or she donating that?
Kerry Thomas, let me see.
Eastland, Nottingham. All you call me, please, or verify for me, please. All you know, I'm Monica. Yes, go ahead, Mommy Sauce.
I don't, that is what Massachusetts, I find that
If she
little
said
place that I
5,000
have 5,000
if she-
here, I plenty.
Yes, I plenty.
yes,
Oh, she say no. She say no.
Yeah, 5,000 for you to raise with
That's
that little place
plenty.
that I made. I plenty, 5,000 US, you know. He
The
said
man-
5,000 TT.
The man is say 5,000 TT.
Let me go and see how much we can raise.
Like when they say,
Anyway, well, we can see how much we can do. I
Yes.
will donate something as small as it is. Don't mind, I do my fixing too, but
Yeah.
I still could put, because my own might be able to buy if it's one brick or so, a bag of cement.
All right.
So I will still give you something when I thing or finish for you, whatever.
Okay,
But
darling.
we see what Mr. Chan said a while back.
Mm-hmm.
You see, that people don't even know how important that is. You could have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a sister, a brother go out there. And just that simple go out and come back in.
That is why I make sure I get one of them. You see them gun thermometer business where they have? I make sure I get one of that. So anybody enter my house here, especially I have a son who just come here. That crazy one, I try to get that.
Oh, Lord.
Because that's not easy. That's going and coming not easy. I went to the market this morning and I find gold, Sharon. I find gold. You know what is gold?
What?
Rough skin lemon.
Oh, mommy, so I paid $20 for one on one side.
$10 for one.
How much you buy?
I buy 8.
Oh, God, I want some. Anybody out there with rough skin lemon, please call me. I need some.
You're not getting it. Don't care where. $10 for one. I buy 8 because I go in and make my ginger and things drink just finish. And then I cherish and have a little energy about cherishing it. But I could drink it out. I come back from the market and make sure I take some. So I go in and buy my apple cider vinegar, my garlic, my ginger, my honey, and I get the rough skin lemon. So I go in now and blend up and put the boil and make my drink. I do I put my little turmeric and my cayenne pepper in it. Gold, I tell you, when one man, you know, and that is the last I get from him. I feel so happy when I get that. Rough skin lemon. So I'm going and freeze now. Gold, you call that, so you ain't getting it. So I was happy for it.
All right, well, we will call you.
Yes, so everybody have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much, Mommy Sauce. Right. So, people, you need to call me up with your donations. Please call me, or you can call Angie on 787-1571 to donate. People, oh God, they're calling my phone. Mano?
Yes, Karen.
Talk to me.
I will do something, but I do not, it's for me to get it to the point.
Well, we will have to come to you, don't worry.
Okay. And Mommy Sauce, you see that thing we're making there? Oh God, bring a little bit for old man now. Oh God. I beg you. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so people calling Angie already and they're pledging. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much. Overseas line caller, good afternoon.
Well, good afternoon, Miss Sharon.
Hi, Teresa.
I've been trying and I finally get through. Okay. You know you could count on me, right?
Of course.
Just let me know when.
Of course. All right.
All right? Just let us know when. I like TTB, foreign TTB.
Yeah.
After Wednesday, let me know.
Yes.
You know, let me know everything.
And then we will put everything into perspective.
Then we will do what we have to do. All right?
All right.
That's all I called to say. Have a good morning. Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Gibson. Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Gibson. My girlfriend, Pat Warren. Bruce. Good afternoon, Wendell. Nice to see you. And good afternoon to my Prime Minister and his team. And everything, with God's grace, is going to be okay. Don't worry. Everything is going to be good, okay. God don't give us more than we can handle.
True.
And better days are coming.
All right, my darling. Thank you very much.
Better days are coming. So, I'll wait for everything from you. Send me a WhatsApp and let me know.
Yes.
When everything is at go. All right?
I would.
All right, darling. Take care.
Thank you very much. Alison Rogers Joseph. Eon Joseph. You have to send me your number. She's donating $500 TT dollars. Caller, good afternoon. Caller, you there? 748, are you there? All right, you're not there. So, guys, we're taking your calls on 3420081 I keep forgetting the number all the time, oh God. 4780595. Call me on those numbers.
I would like to pledge $100, please.
Okay. I'll just take in your information, right? Denise, hold on, guys. I'm getting calls all on. All right, guys. Hold on. You can't call me on the phone. On my phone. I'm trying to make connection here. Just now, hold on. Caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sarah. Good afternoon, Wendell. I'd like to pledge $500.
Okay, hold on for me. Wendell. All right, thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, so we would call the numbers that I'm getting, all right? We'll call the numbers. Wendell talking to somebody on air, on my phone. Callers, call my phone after the program. But you can call right here, right now. But you can call call my phone after the program. Caller, good afternoon. Caller, good afternoon.
Hi, Sharon, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
I'm donating.
Go ahead, tell me. Listen to me on the phone, not on the PC.
50 US?
50 US. I'll get your number. I'll give him your number.
Oh, okay, thank you. Sharon, she talked to me.
Right. Thank you very much, overseas caller. Grandy, good morning. Grandy. All right, I lost that call. Too many calling me on my phone. They calling me on the phone. Come on, guys. So you have Allison Rogers Joseph. You have that right? Yeah. Allison, you need to send me your number. Who again? Let me see. Wait, Evelyn Clark. Evelyn Clark, $500. She will call me on WhatsApp. All right, so we have Eric Mark. $300 TT. Okay, Lestra de Matas. You can call back or you can call on my phone. My number is 726-4685. Eric Mark, if you send me a number, we would call you. All right? Just send me a number and we'll call you. Right. So the numbers to call are 342 right now, 0081. That is right now, as the program is going on. 4780595 is the other number. And if you want to donate, you can call Angie on 787-1571, or you can WhatsApp me on 726-4685, but you can WhatsApp the call after I'm finished the program. All right, Grandy, you're on.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me.
We donated 500.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
I'll drop it by Mommy's house, right?
No problem. So,
Okay,
Grandy,
cool.
Grandy, 500. Caller, good afternoon.
Good morning to you, Sharon.
Good afternoon, sir. Ooh.
This is Gibbs.
Hey, Mr. Gibbs, load on your radio.
Yeah, I lost the old phone, so I had your number to call you all the time.
Right.
But I will donate $200.
Okay, well, you know how to find me.
I will drop it at home for you.
Okay, no problem.
And then you will leave the numbers that I could get onto you when I could, please.
Yes, I will.
And the next thing, take one last thing. I want to say God bless Mr. Dialsing and keep him strong for the rest of his life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gibbs.
Yes, dear.
All right, so Angie.
Miss Sharon.
Yes?
Please ask Dave Emmanuel if he can call me back, please, huh? Dave Emmanuel.
I have Dave Emmanuel number.
Right. You'll send it for me, please.
Yes, I will. All right, okay. All right. So Trinidad and Tobago, we're pledging to help. And we have Kerry Thomas, $250. Kerry, K-E-R-R-Y, Kerry Thomas. Remember, guys, to donate, you can send you can call 787-1571, 787-1571, or you can call me on 726-4685, 726-4685. Now, remember, the calls are coming in, and Angie will be on the phone, so if you didn't get through to her, either send a WhatsApp message or call her back. Call her, good morning. Angie, don't worry, I'll send you a plan so that you can handle your stories. Call her, good morning. Good afternoon, sorry.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I am calling to make a pledge.
Sure.
I want to pledge a 200 TT dollar. But how can I get it to you?
I would call you. Is this your number here?
Call it, let me hear.
396.
It
end with a 92. I don't want to call out the whole thing. Next thing somebody called impersonating me.
396 is the code.
Yeah. Right, okay. All right. All right, thank you very much.
You will call me, eh?
Yes, I will call you.
Okay then. Thank you very much. God bless.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah. All right, guys, so we're running out of time. It's 12:47. Again, here we have Jean James, my normal. Thank you, Jean James, my darling. $500 TT dollars. She's from Tobago. So, guys, call me up. So far, we're going good. All right, so guys, oh God, only wait. Caller, good morning, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sharon.
Good afternoon.
Sharon, I want to pay $200 to the lady. Hello?
Yes, now caller, hold on. Right. Caller?
Yes, I would like to pledge $200 to the lady. I also called her Friday to ask her about it. So I started Friday and I was starting on the phone.
All right, okay, no problem.
I have the lady number.
Yeah, don't call it out.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Good. All right.
Okay, Sean.
All right, no problem. Okay, so guys, while I have to do take this information for me, to do some housekeeping. Trinidad and Tobago, let me just give you this. Eastern Credit Union wishes to advise its members of the following changes to its business hours for all branches. Sandy Grande, Arima, Tunapuna, St. Joseph, Port of Spain, Shagona, San Fernando, and Tobago. Friday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Last week of the month, branches will open at 7:30 a.m. Please note that the Barataria branch remains closed at this time in adherence with social distancing protocol. We apologize for any inconvenience caused and encourages members to utilize call center online access by downloading our mobile app from Google Play Store for Android or iTunes for Apple users, and our ATM link service, which are all available to maintain ample social distancing during this time. And of course, Value Optical. Hit them for 6 this cricket season with Value Optical and Trini Optics. Buy 1 pair of specs and get 1 up to 50% off. That's right. The party is on at Value Optical. Ensure that your eyes are protected with the best in lens technology and quality frame designs. Celebrate with up to 50% off on your second pair or even additional pairs. Trust your transition specialist. I think I better go. And your Value Optical is my place. And I remember to go and renew my glasses. Yeah, man. And of course, guys, tonight is Iowa on Iowa stage. Let me tell you, tonight is Sunday. We want to thank you for Thursday, Friday, for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Saturday. And we close off the weekend with Reggae Sunday. So tonight is Reggae on Iowa Stage. Iowa Stage will be live on the Street 919 FM's Facebook page, Neil Iowa George Facebook page, Iowa TV, and the Street on YouTube. Tune in and be a part of these dynamic series of concerts. Iowa Stage one-on-one with artists, supported by Tuco, taking care of business through our music. Pantry and Bagel and U Store, Lady Hills Avenue in San Fernando. And remember, you can go to fundmetnt.com and pledge your donation, or to First Citizen Bank account number 1999010 in the name of Trini Bashment Limited. Or for any of the foreign fans, for Iowa George's foreign fans, please use Cash App payable to Neil Iowa George. Don't forget to tune in and be a part of these dynamic series of concerts, one-on-one with the artists, supported by Tuco again, taking care of business through music. Pantry and Bagel and U Store, Lady Hills Avenue in San Fernando. All right, guys, so we're getting ready to leave. And again, let me take another call. Caller, good morning from San Fernando. Good afternoon,
Hi.
sorry. Hi.
You called me back, Sandra?
Yes, I'll call you
great.
back.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Bye-bye. Right, so Listra de Matters from Toronto, pledging 700 TT via Western Union. If it's okay, yes, Listra de Matters. So, here we go. All right, so hold on. Who phone ringing? My phone? Oh, gosh. I'll call Ollie back after. Anne-Marie, I'll call you after. I'll call you after, Anne-Marie. We have Edwin Reed. Look the number there, $1,000. Do you see the number there? Edwin, right. That's the number you call in. And guys, please do not, you wait when I call you. I will be with you with your questions you will ask me before you donate money to persons who are impersonators. All right? So please, please, please wait for me to call you. All right. So this number is incomplete. All right. So let me see. So we go again. So right, you get this one from Toronto. You got the other one, which is the $1,000. Edwin Reed. Edwin Reed? Okay. I feel like his sister. What about hardware stores owned by Indians mainly? They can donate to charity. Okay, no problem. Don't worry, no, we'll get donation. Bernadette Beryl Yates. She's giving $500. Bernadette Beryl Yates, can you please send me your number? All right, so put the name down. So I'll look for it on Facebook and inbox them. You do that, though? Right, nice, good. Okay, make a good secretary. So Trinidad and Tobago, you know, this is where I have to leave today. It's 12:54 p.m. We got to go. I want to thank everybody for today, logging on, and I want to thank for all the donations. And don't forget, Mr. Howard, Massachusetts. So we may not have made the 5,000 US, but we might have made somewhere along the line. It's looking like we make the 5,000 TT. Feel so? We make 9,000 TT? Oh, God! And 50 US. Hey, you see? 9,000 TT. We go looking. You sure? Your count good? Nice. So, all you understand? So, but we there. We would have been almost there. We make 1,000 something TT. Yeah.
Talk your talk, but we know talk. Come talk with us. The Street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Hit them for 6 this cricket season with Value Optical and Trinoptics. Get the ultimate power play for your eyes. Buy one pair of specs and